Hola. Everything is empty. Let me know when y'all come in. If my audio is good, is it not good? Is it bueno, no bueno? We no, we no. Is my audio good? Hey VQ. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. Tired. Oh shit. Hey Platt. I'm surprised you up at this time, girl. You doing up so late? You doing up so late, Platt? It's crazy because I did try to go live like an hour ago. Cause I see an upset little Timothy, little Tim Tim. First of all, that nigga weird. Any I think all these people weird who think they could worry about somebody's personal life. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just I'm off my schedule, so I left work at an odd time today. So I'm up. Damn, that's crazy cause shit. But yeah, little stem over there talking about wait, oh, cause those things are wrong and I don't agree with that. And you cheated on your husband, so nigga, y'all niggas are weird on here to worry about somebody else's relationship. Like niggas don't owe y'all nobody don't owe y'all anything, especially not an apology. That nigga want people to apologize to him so bad for what? What do you want people to apologize to you for, Stem? You went your way. First of all, you came in there saying you came in there lying and said you sorry about. I don't even know what you said you sorry for. But you came in here talking about my name is Keyshawn, and niggas and niggas gave you the boot after that. Niggas packed you all the way up. So Stem, you're not getting no apologies ever. So you might as well live your life. Hey, apps, smoke on apps. Yeah. So you're a stalker. So I know you're gonna see the live. I don't care. You're a stalker. You weird. But nobody owe you no apology. It's not gonna happen. Nobody owe you no face to face. Nobody owes you not a damn thing on here. Like you're a weird ass nigga, bro. Like relax. Yeah, he was. He was begging for that apology. That's why I was laughing because he did the same thing when I hit the panel. He thought because he let little Brown Eye moderate it, and because he got a mod stick that he was gonna hold some authority over me. Like nigga, I don't give a fuck about chatting nobody chat or your fucking mod stick, nigga. Or your feelings. I don't care. You started it. This is what I don't get about people, right? When people start with you and you finish them and you pack them all the way up, and now it's oh we cool, but then next man, oh I want to apology for what? Apology for what? You came out here, you were talking bullcrap shit on your page, but when niggas match your energy, now you're a victim. Pack you all the way the fuck up, bro. Beat it. You never get no apology. The fuck out of here. Who the fuck you think you is? You ain't get no fucking apology from nobody, you bitch ass nigga. Like, you really bugging out here. I don't know. Something really wrong with that nigga mind. He's so slow, he's getting trolled. He don't even realize what the fucking troll was saying to his stupid ass. But you want somebody to apologize and got nerve talking about you want somebody to came up and face you? It be the ugliest niggas on here talking about camming up. Nobody wanna. You look like death. You look like you look like 50 Cent when he played that cancer patient. You look like your iron count is low as well as your T cell count. Nigga, what are you talking about? You look like you had eczema as a child and a black neck. Like, what are you talking about? Cam up and face you. Face you for what? You look like your fucking lips got stuck on a bus. Like, your lips look swollen. Your tongue is thick and swollen. Like, they used to beat you up on the school bus. They must have put your whole mouth between the windows. Because you got some fat ass lips and a fat ass tongue. You can't even talk properly, nigga. That's crazy. He really think he fucking deserve an apology. I don't understand. And niggas left him alone. That's the crazy part. You agreed to go your way. Niggas went our way. But you want to keep bringing us up. And it shows that that's why he keep bringing niggas up because he thinks somebody owe him an apology. And y'all niggas out here fucking crazy worried about somebody's marriage. That's crazy. Like, talking about you a cheater. Nigga, if I cheated on my husband with 10 niggas, who the fuck are y'all? Y'all don't know me. The fuck you gonna tell me if I cheat on my man? What the fuck you gonna tell me? What the fuck you gonna tell me? I don't fuck your father and cheat on my husband. You still can't tell me nothing, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Stay out of people's business. You ain't, and these niggas that ain't even got nobody. That's the crazy part. Y'all worry about somebody else's relationship. Y'all not, you niggas is not married. Yeah, he don't know what he talking about you brought your business online. He don't know what he talking about. Nigga just going off for hearsay and being a creep. Cause that's all he do is lurk in the bushes. That's all he do. That's all Timothy been around for a long he been lurking in the bushes. That's why he thought he could have these fake characters and a fake girlfriend and a fake friend that just got out of jail doing 30 years and he could come out with these weird ass stories. Talking about he was playing the game. That was the game, right? But before we were slow. What took us so long to figure it out? Nigga, pack you the fuck up. What are you talking about? Yeah, you know what, Abs? He's so obsessed with prostitutes. I swear to God, I think he the type, like, if any prostitutes is missing in Dallas area, Texas, check Timothy house. I swear to God, that's how I feel. I don't care what nobody say. If a prostitute is missing, Tim did it. I don't care. Tim did it. He's the number one suspect. Tim did it. Tim did it. So go find the list of missing streetwalkers in Mesquite, Texas, and Dallas, Texas area. I'm telling you, go to Tim's house. They probably locked in his closet somewhere. Facts. Check Timothy headquarters because he got this weird obsession with prostitutes. He got a weird obsession with prostitutes. Nigga got talking about what's wrong and talking about man of God. Nigga, man of God. You in a cult, nigga. What are you talking about? You just like all the other men in your cult. Y'all wear the same clothes. Man of God. Nigga, you in a cult. What the fuck you talking about? Y'all niggas think y'all hoteps. Y'all probably think y'all come from the Egyptian pyramids and shit. Thinking y'all another Malachi York type nigga. Get out of here. Tim is just a whole weirdo. That's why I'm like, I never paid attention to dude, but he got so much. He's so worried about what other people doing. You can't tell me nothing. Y'all can say big back this, big back that. That shit is corny to me. At the end of the day, I don't know. I only came to YouTube. Like big back, I used to hear children say, teenagers. Like that's a youth shit. Like to hear grown adults say big back, that's just that's weird to me. That's lame. You might as well just say fat. And nigga, I've been fat my whole life. What the fuck that mean? I still, me being a fat hoe, I still ain't never have to settle up for them niggas like y'all at the end of the day. Because I could be a fat hoe all I want to. What the fuck they gotta do with any of y'all? These niggas crazy. Always worrying about somebody's husband, man. The real Big Back wasn't. I ain't even watch him. I ain't even watch him tonight. So I don't even know who you talking about, girl. I mean, if y'all read, I wear 42 C cup. I want to buy me some bras. I like Fenty. I like Fenty the most. You feel me? Buy me some big back bras. Yeah, I don't. That's what I mean. I like to talk my shit. That's the only reason I go back and forth. But when they say stupid shit like the bum over there, I don't know. He's obsessed with this story. He thinks somebody's some type of victim. I don't know why he's so obsessed with thinking that we're some type of victim. Like, nigga, no, you're a pred. But I'm not a victim. I've never been. That's never been my story. Like, you obsessed, bro. You obsessed with hoping that you wish that somebody like your kind got to one of us. No, it didn't. They didn't get to me. You never could. That's why as an adult, I don't like you now, nigga, because a nigga like you could never get close to me. Nigga, I will feed you to the gators because I know you a dusty degenerate. Like, you a creep ass nigga, you weird. You need a job. They be talking about, listen, I ain't even gonna get X rated in here. Because they be swearing people lonely at night. Like, niggas can't fuck all day? You telling me that grown people, they can't do what they want with their time? At whatever time they want to? We all gotta fit a 9 to 5 schedule. We all gotta go to bed at 10 o'clock and cuddle up and have sex at midnight. Are you crazy? I like waking up to sex. Are you fucking crazy? I guarantee I probably had I can assure you I'm not even as old as these dudes, and I guarantee my sex life has been better than theirs. It's not. I guarantee my sex life is better than theirs. I guarantee it. I will put money on it. I will put money on it. Even the messages I can show you, child. Y'all, I can't. This ain't. No, YouTube won't allow me to post that type of stuff. Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna always be me kid. Look and tell me a fuck thing. Don't worry about my status. As long as don't worry about nothing nobody got going on. Like y'all worry about people relationships off of YouTube. Like that shit is crazy to me. And then the ugly nigga like Tim talking about somebody came up and face him. Face who? Face who for what? For what? Face you for what? What I want to look at you for? Cause you're not getting no apology. And then face you for what? What is that gonna prove? Nigga, you look like leukemia. You look like high five. You look like low iron. You look like you was born with some type of congenital disorder. You just look like sickness. Face you for what, Timothy? You, and it's already bad enough that I saw you in wigs, bro. Like that vision is never gonna leave my head. So I'm gonna face you and picture you with a wig, and you ain't even got no hair follicles on your head. Like, what are you talking about? Face you for what? You know, it's funny. I was just thinking that tonight, VQ too. Like, it's crazy how niggas really hate us. Like, we just supposed to be a group of women that attack people, right? But niggas is just certain people can't stand us, and I don't know what I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, you, not that I care. It ain't like that. I care to worry about why. Oh, why you don't like me, or why you feel this way. I don't give one fuck. But how you let me? I never met you. I don't have no direct impact on your real life. How you so bothered by somebody you never met? How can I ruffle up your feathers that much? I ain't even get to touch you in real life. Woo boy, they hate us. Oh, he trigger his mammy? Yeah. Well, guess what? That's probably why he's so mad at me too. Cause you doxed my family. Nigga, I don't care. You it's crazy because you know it's crazy. This started with the bum the same way. Cause even if you look at the show I posted to him, I posted his post in there where he talking about he was gonna dox all of us. The dirty. It had my name. I think I had terrific name in it also. That's when he was just caught picking out random people to pick on that be in the chats. It's like, oh, so you want to dox me? All right. So y'all niggas threatening to dox me. Y'all niggas just threatening to dox me. And because I beat you to it, now I'm the villain. I beat you to it, you bitch ass niggas. That's it. That's why y'all hate me. That gotta be what it is. And the you can hate me all you want. I don't care. I don't. You and Tim can hate me. I don't care. I don't like your kind. I think your kind should be thrown like ostracized out of society. Like you know how some old societies preserved the best and got rid of the weakest types. That's the type y'all will be. Y'all will be ostracized from society. Throw y'all in a cave somewhere in Nebraska. Send y'all niggas to Nebraska. Go live in a damn cave. Simpson do look like a troglodyte. He look like a troglodyte. And then the other one over there, he look like a I don't even know. He don't even look. He look extraterrestrial. Like he don't even look like he's from this planet. It's crazy. Yup, random docs and got docs. So I ain't apologizing for shit. That shit would never happen. So he might as well get over it. You might as well get over it. You never get an apology, and and nobody owes you anything. You worry about another man's relationship and what another woman did in her relationship to that man. You don't even know that man. Y'all don't you even the dude she messed with on this site don't know that nigga. So what makes y'all think y'all niggas can talk about a nigga y'all don't know nothing about when that nigga don't even know him? Y'all weird. I never understood that obsession with worrying about niggas partners. If my partner is not on YouTube, why you worrying about them? Well, I ain't even get to join. As soon as I got in there, he was like, nope, not nope, not you, copper. You can't come in here. Nope. I said, oh, look at him. He was, because I was listening. He was happy I was there. He was happy. He was so happy I was there, entertaining him. He thought he was saying something profound. He just sounds stupid. Talking about he don't need nobody. Yeah, you need somebody. You need a guardian, nigga, because you're slow. You need a guardian, and you need to find a wife on your level. You need to find a girl on your level. So you know where you can find those type of girls at. You go to those adult daycares. That's what you sign up for, Timothy. You go to adult daycare or those independent living facilities. You should become a consumer. You should become a consumer. That's what we call the develop child. I'm tongue twisted like Tim. Developmentally delayed, group of people that like got independent living. That's what I used to do that back in the days. Like they would either like be in a group home setting, or some of them would have their own apartments. But we always go with them every day to help with their activities of daily living, like help them do their laundry, help them grocery shop, take them to doctor's appointment. That's what Timothy need. He need a guardian. He need to become a ward of the state. And I swear I'm telling you, that nigga got some missing prostitutes. He responsible for some missing prostitutes. These niggas love talking about the Bible and God when it's convenient. And I don't like that. That's just weird. And I don't even care how anybody feel about it. But that's exactly predator talk, or niggas that try to manipulate. When they can't make a point and stand firm as a man on a square as a man, they gotta start talking about God and the Bible said this. Nigga, you weak. You don't have no backbone. Now you gotta resort to God and what you believe in God is and what God says in the book. Nah, nigga, stand firm on what you are as a man. You can't do it. Yeah, that phone call to Jarita Fall is crazy. I ain't hear him last night, but they say he still was talking about meat games. I already, and you know it's funny. I sent his mother the video of him talking about putting his meat on people. I'm like, oh yeah, you want to be on the registry? Okay, take care, abs. Have a good day, bro. Fornication. Yeah, they want to pick and choose what's convenient for them, right? I don't pay men like that no mind. I don't pay them no mind. Because that's all most of these niggas do out here. They pick for parts so convenient, but they don't give full context. Just like in their commentary about anything, they don't never give full context. They pick it and interpret it to whatever they want it to be to fit their narrative. Same thing they do with the Bible. You can't beat me in the head with that. That ain't gonna work for me, buddy. That Bible talk don't work for me. But yeah, Tim had to go live because he needed some attention. He's so used to getting attention. He had to go live. Yeah, he was live. I dropped in there, but he blocked me instantly. He was in there where he was in there. He's creepy. He was in there talking creepy to VQ, talking about why she cheated on her husband. That's wrong. He saying, "Oh, you should apologize to me." He just, he's weird. Ew. Yeah, I know it's late. Ain't much people gonna be here. I don't care. I just came to talk my ish because I got these niggas bothered real bad. Another one over there. One guy over there think I owe him an apology. Another one over there think I don't know. He think I was abused, and he think that he looked like my abuser or something. I don't know. He said some weird shit. Like, do I look like him? Nigga, if I saw you in real life, I swear to God, I'm calling the federal government because I know something is wrong with you. Something ain't right. You not. I don't care. No, nobody say that nigga do not look human. He don't sound human, and he sound like a creep automatically. Nigga, you a creep. You think I was a victim? No, nigga. My daddy would have had your head buried in your mother's backyard, nigga. What you talking about? Creep. I ain't go through none of that shit. And I used to tell myself too, when I used to find out kids was going through weird things, I used to ask myself like, what if I get into something? Am I gonna tell my dad? Because for one, I don't want my dad. I just didn't want. I used to always think like I don't want my dad to get in trouble. My dad was hot headed, so I seen his temper already. He ain't play about his kids or his wife. He ain't play about my mama or none of us. Like he don't play with his family. That's the one thing he don't play with. He don't care about nothing else. His family and his money. But I used to think like, damn, what if I get into something shaky and I gotta tell my dad he gonna lose his cool. Like when I got stabbed one time, I didn't even want to tell my dad I got stabbed, and I'm trying to cover my hand to go home. I remember it was a rainy day. I was like in sixth grade, and these niggas stabbed me after a talent show after the school. So I already knew what hood they was from. I said, I already bet I'm about to get the whole hood sprayed up. But my father was driving through the neighborhood because he knew I was at the talent show, and he seen like everybody crowded. So he was like, "Oh, you want to ride home? It was raining," and I ain't really want to get in the car. I wanted to see I got stabbed in my hand. But everybody was making a scene, going to my dad like, "Oh yeah, she got stabbed. Some boys over there, they ran that way. They don't tell him." I'm like, "Damn, I ain't want to tell him nothing." Man, my father, when I got in that car, that nigga was zooming, circling the neighborhood looking for them. And I was just praying he ain't found them. I'm like, I'll handle this. Because my father don't care if you're a child either. Even when it comes to my daughter, his granddaughter, you play with his granddaughter, listen, he don't care. You better go get your mother, your father, whoever. Don't play with his child. He'll curse your child out. Like, if your child is disrespectful or trying to be a bully or something, he don't like that. He gonna curse your child out same way and go get who you gotta get. Don't play with his. Simple as that. So yeah, I used to be like, damn, what if I do get in a situation like that? Somebody violate. What I'm gonna tell my dad? Because my dad going to jail and he gonna get deported. That used to always be in my mind. But good thing I come from a big family, like, and we was well known. So I ain't have to run to my father to tell him anything. If anything, it's crazy because me and my brother wasn't really cool. But if I heard anybody mess with my brother, it was a wrap. They knew they had to see me, or if I saw them first, it was on site. And if my brother knew I was beefing with somebody, we don't talk at all. But if he found out, it's on site. Like that's how he was. So it was crazy. A lot of people know my family. My family real big. I'm telling you, I got so many. My aunts got each of my aunt got like 8 kids each, and so we all grew up around each other. Like we was raised around each other. So sometimes people don't know who's siblings and who's the cousins. They just be like, "Oh, y'all brothers and sisters or whatever." Real talk. No, my mom is from St. Kitts. My mom is from St. Kitts. She was but my mother's mom is from Virginia, and so I think how did my grandparents meet? I think my grandfather met my grandmother when he came to Harlem, and I don't know much about her because she passed away when my mother was young. I heard some stories about her too, but I know. my mother started living with her grandmother and her grandfather came from St. Kitts to Harlem. They took her. They raised her until she was like 6 or 7. And then I think my grandfather was in a war and he got his two daughters when he came out the military. Yeah, so my mom was raised more by her dad too. Her dad and her granddad. I could tell you about my great granddad too. He was a gangster. He used to run numbers back in the early 1900s in Harlem. They had number spots. They had the bootleg liquor, and cause my family still got brownstones in Harlem. Yeah, my grandfather, and it's like my grandfather was a gangster back in his day. He got deported though in the '60s before I was born. My mother was born in America. Yes, my mother was born in America, and then she went to St. Kitts as a kid, but she ended up coming back to live here. By the time she was like 5 years old, she don't really remember St. Kitts. She don't really remember. And then by the time she wasn't, it was no reason to go back because it was like the whole family came here. My when I remember I seen how my great grandfather came here first, and he sent for my great grandmother, his wife, and then they was bringing their sisters and brothers over here. I was like, damn, them niggas was coming. Like, I got all their records. They was coming to America back to back to back. My grandfather came in 1912, and then 1913, my grandmother came. Then she got her brother came. Then my grandfather brother came. They just came. They just all came, girl. It was crazy. And I guess my mother's mother was some type of rebel, but she was from VA, and they came up to New York. Um, they had businesses up here. They had a restaurant here in the Bronx, and another I can't remember. Was it a salon in Harlem? I think it was a salon, or was it a? I think it was a salon. I think it was a salon. And then, because my mother's maternal grandmother was in her life too, more than her own mother. Because I don't know, I guess my grandmother's some type of rebel. Like, she didn't give a fuck. I don't know. There was stories that she either went to jail, they put in a psych ward. I heard all types of stuff. So I don't know. Yep, basically. That's why I don't understand. Like, people don't understand. Like, that's just human nature. People move around all the time. Niggas be talking about ancestors and stuff. Yeah, they used to be surprised where y'all think your ancestors from. They ain't really from. When I used to do genealogy for people, no lie, I used to find so many shocking things that people didn't know about their family. It was crazy. Like, I remember my one friend, he kept asking about his grandfather information. And he like, hey, look at my granddad. So I'm like, all right. So I found out his granddad was locked up like in a prison in Pennsylvania, but they from Michigan. So I'm like, I ain't even gonna tell him this. I'm not gonna tell him this yet. No, he lived in Michigan, but they was from Tennessee. Yeah, they was from Tennessee, and then they moved up to Michigan. So I don't know how he ended up in a jail in Pennsylvania for some years, but I didn't want to tell him. I'm like, I don't know how to tell him this because I don't think he know this. This man always talk about his grandfather, but I don't know if he know do it. So it took me a time because I was like, I gotta cross research and make sure this is the same person with that name. It wasn't another person, but it was. I ended up telling him. He was shocked. but it wasn't a big shock. I don't found crazy things about people. Hey, Morenike. Yeah, and you know what's funny, right? My grandfather, my great grandfather was the same way about things like how my dad is, like my mother's grandfather. Like those back in those days when they actually made their clothes, like, and my great grandfather used to be like, you know, his kids and his grandkids gotta have the finest clothes in Harlem. They gotta have this. They gotta look good, and a lot of people they saying mess with my grandfather because they say he did a lot of they did he did a lot of black magic on his enemies, like because he used to run with certain gangsters, and you know that's in back in the days when it was them versus the Italians trying to take over Harlem, take over the drug trade, and then you know the white gangs like the Germans and the Italians. They had the police paid and stuff like that. It was crazy. I done heard so many crazy things, and it was so crazy that even my great grandfather and his brother they started beefing. They used to I heard they used to bust shots at each other just walking down the street past each other. And my, because it's funny, my mother would always tell us that story because me and my brother was really beefing, and it was one time we used to bust shots at each other too. Like what did you say? Like that's how he was. And my aunt got some kids that they sibling. We used to say sibling rivalry is a generation curse in our family. Sibling rivalry, because we go to war with our siblings, like, but ain't nobody could come between us as siblings either. That's the crazy part. No lie. And my mother and my aunt used to say that, like, yeah, y'all gotta stop this sibling rivalry. That's crazy. But it all worked out. It ain't like we enemies. We not enemies for real. It just when you grow up as a sibling, you got your own lane going on, and your sibling got their own lane going on, and y'all don't agree. I can see how it become a problem. It's like, nah, I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing. Like, and then y'all got your own sets of friends. It's just crazy. You know, it's funny too, right? I used to be a pageant. I used to be a pageant. Excuse me. I used to be a pageant contestant, right? And I remember like when I used to make my dresses and stuff, and I hated wearing makeup. When my mother used to put makeup on me and everything for all my shows and everything. And my grandfather bought me a mink coat. He bought me a mink. Is it mink or chinchilla? I don't know. I know he bought me different kinds, but for this special show, it was a special coat, right? And I already practiced my routine down the runway and everything. And last minute, my grandfather gonna get his coat like, oh, she need to throw this on. She need to throw this on. So I'm like, I do not want to wear that. I really don't even want to do this. I hated being in beauty pageants. Like a whole bunch of adults just staring at you weird. Like I never liked that. It was just weird to me. I'm like, why all these eyes on me, gazing at me? That shit was. I felt dirty. Like nah. But anyway, so this I remember she tried to teach me. They were trying to teach me how to walk the runway with my coat, and they switched it up. And I was just so tired. And when I don't want to do something, I'm mad stubborn. So I'm just like, I'm not interested. I'm not in it. And my mother and them like, come on, because my mother was my manager. And she like, come on, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I was just like not into it. I'm like, no, this is not what we practice. I always been a person too. I don't like last minute changes to things either. And I'm just like, you already put this makeup on my face. I'm aggravated. I want to get this done already. Like, so she was so adamant about adding this fur coat into my presentation that day when walked down the runway, and I was just like, I was so frustrated. I cried. I just cried on purpose because I wanted to mess up my makeup. I just cried. And they're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't want to do this. I do not like this. I am tired of this. I do not want to do this shit no more. Like, I want to go be with my friends or my cousins. I want to go do something. I don't want to do this. I don't care about this pageant queen. I don't care about the crown. I don't care about dresses. I don't care about none of that." So my mother must have seen how serious I was. She really saw how serious I was. Because I used to have my little complaints like, I don't really want to do this. And I used to hate the little ruffled stockings. And you had the ruffled panties back in the days. Ruffles, ruffles, ruffles every fucking wear. I'm tired. I don't want to wear no fucking ruffles. Okay? I'm over it, all right? So I was really crying. Like, I really want to do it. And my mother really seen that day I was serious. Like, she just looked at me like, okay. And she was like, you know what? I have to tell you, you don't have to do it. So I felt her in that moment. So I just let her do my makeup over, and I did the fur coat thing and all that. And that was my last day ever being in the pageant, and I was so happy. And my granddad was so proud that I walked the runway with that little fur coat he bought me. I kept that fur coat till I was a adult. I think I still got it somewhere. It's probably in my family storage. But yeah, he was just so happy that I wore that down the runway for him. So I guess that meant a lot for him. He's like, "Yeah, I bought it for you so you could show off to everybody." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." My grandfather loved buying that woman his favorite perfume for it. Yeah, because that's how my dad is. It's like my dad and my mother's father and grandfather's like that. It seemed like all the men was like that. Like, oh, look at my child. My child got the nicest clothes, and look at my lady. My lady look nice. My lady always got her hair done. Cause I remember my mother used to always get her hair done. She used to always ask my father if he wanted to get some specific, what color she want to put on her hair. Like that's how they was. Like my father just he was very boastful about his family and our presentation and our life period. Well, and it was so bad when I was young too. My dad used to call me princess. I thought princess was my name until I started school. And I was like, nigga, my name is Princess. Like, what are you talking about? They like, no, this is your name. Like, this, like, I knew of that name. I knew my legal name as my name, but it was like, I thought it was like an AKA. I thought Princess was my name because that's what they called me, Princess. Like, Princess. I answered the Princess. My father called me Princess. Everybody knew Princess. I was Princess. So it's like, my name is Princess. What are you talking about? I don't know. Like I knew how to spell my name and everything, but people like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Princess." And here they go. Oh, she telling people her name Princess. I'm like, my name is Princess. And they haven't been explained to me like, no, that's your home name. That's not your real name. I'm like, Princess. My name is Princess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not big on the makeup thing. Like I like my little lip gloss and stuff. And my that's about it. I don't even wear lip gloss and shit. Like I've worn makeup, but I don't do the extravagant makeup. Like when I was on TV, they would do like light makeup, just to tone up, you know, with the lightning. Like I mean, as an adult, like past the pageant stuff. Like as an adult, that's the only few times I wore makeup when I was like on TV or a special event, like a special dance, but it's still nothing too heavy. Yeah, I used to do a little eyeliner too. I used to do eyeliner. Shit, I used to do my own eyebrows and everything, but I stopped doing all that too. Once I lost my left eye, it was like I didn't. I was like, I can't do that no more because one side gonna be mad uneven. So I really stopped. I stopped doing my own. I had to stop paying for people to do my eyebrows, and I just stopped with the eyeliner because I couldn't see. Mm-hmm. And when I was a little girl, I used to play with GI Joes and all that, and I used to like scientific toys. Like I didn't really like girly toys. I only closest to girly toys I had was like kitchen sets and my easy bake oven. But I remember I had like the Magna Doodle boards, the Light Bright. I had my favorite toy, and I still remember to this day. And I remember I think I cursed at my parents because I was like maybe like 6, 7, and my parents gave away my radio flyer tricycle and train and my bike to Salvation Army as a donation. And I was looking at them like they just betrayed me, like they like they put a dagger through my heart. I'm like, I know they're not giving away my damn um bike and my tricycle to the store. Like, what are we doing here? That's mine. I like it. I still want to ride it. Yeah. As long as my lips is popping, I'm a more of a perfume girly. That's why I spend my money on my perfumes and my oils. Yeah, that's me. I like smelling good. That is me. I'm a perfume girly. And even though my nails grow long, I used to get my nails done here and there. But you know, in nursing, you're not supposed to have nails. So I don't really play myself because some nurses do be having nails, but just short and everything. I just think it's tacky. So I don't do it. If I know I'm working, but like if I go on vacation and stuff, I get my nails done. But I don't get them extra long either. I like a, and I'm basic. I like a basic French manicure, French pedicure, and I get my little Swarovski crystals. That's it. That's all I do. I don't do all that color stuff. I don't do all of that. I just like my little crystals and my French manicures. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I do not want to give up my radio flyer one. Like my tricycle, I swear I was in love with that tricycle. And I didn't care how big I got for it. It was like it's mine. I love it. I don't care. And it had the little wagon to attach to it. Man, listen, that was my thing. And I was mad. I've been mad at that like basically my whole life. Like I've been so mad at them for doing it. Like I swear they betrayed me. Like how dare you? And I think that was probably like the first time because I know they used to take out stuff and donate it. And I don't remember really going with them before until this day. And that's like out of all times y'all take me to this place y'all donate our stuff to. And y'all betray me like this. Y'all take my radio flyer. That was heartbreaking. Yeah, I had the wagon and it came with I don't know if it came in or was an extra piece, but I had the training bike. I had the bike. It came with the training wheels. That's the bike I learned how to ride on. I didn't even really ever use training wheels. That's crazy. I just learned how to ride. I never had the training wheels. My daughter was the same way. My daughter went straight to riding the bike. She ain't never. I think her training wheels was on her bike for like 2 days, and it didn't make no sense because she was just like the way she was like going side to side. It was just like, nah, she got it. She got it. My daughter was everything. She learned fast like me. Even swimming. We didn't. I remember one day we was in the ocean. My daughter's like 5, whatever, and we had to get initiated into swimming. We had to get tossed in the middle of the ocean, and we better swim up to the boat unless we gonna die. But my daughter, we was in the ocean one day, and I guess she was so used to the water, she naturally got it. Cause my daughter been going in the ocean since she was a newborn. She was like 7, 8 weeks old, and she used to be in the ocean all day till it got dark. And I would just hold in my arms, and she would be sleeping. So even if, when the waves come and they splash on her face, she never used to cry. She never used to wake up. She ain't care. And people used to look at me like, your baby don't cry in the water. I'm like, no. She love it here. She go to sleep. Water splash her face. She don't care. She ain't opening her eyes for nothing. If she sleep, she sleep. So that was the crazy part. I just look at her like, wow. She ain't crying. Even if the water splashed her face and her eyes was open, she ain't cry. She just used to blink her eyes to get the water out. And that was it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was like a dagger to my heart. I swear. I swear I cursed him out. I had to curse him out. I was so hurt. Like, y'all know y'all ain't give away my damn toy. Y'all could have asked me. Who said I was ready to give it up? I wasn't ready to give mine up. Mm. I don't think I never dealt with that. I never. Only time water sting my eyes is when I'm in the shower and soap get in my soapy water get in my eyes. That's it. Because no, for some reason my vision is weird. Like I got bad vision, but underwater I can see good. I can see not good, good, good like great, but I can see much better underwater without my glasses. And then when I'm out of water, I really need my glasses. I'm blind as hell. Cause I remember I was when I was in the Boys and Girls Club and I was on a swim team. I think I was in third grade when I first started, and they had to see where you at, what level you on. Child, I was the only one I knew how to swim. Like I remember I went to the training park to see how good of a swimmer you are, what level you're gonna be on. I remember the guy. He looked at me. He was like, because they make you use a board and a little board to hold on to, and they make you put on those. I never wore a damn life vest, or I never wore those things they put around little kids' arms. I never wore none of that crap, and I'm like, so I gotta take this off. I don't know. This feel weird to me. I felt stuff like I feel claustrophobic, and he was like, well, I took off the arm things. He said, well, show me how you work on a paddleboard that you hold. It was like it was shaped like a tombstone, curve at the top and flat at the bottom. You hold it, and I just swim to him, and I just tossed the board to the side like that is in my way. I don't even know how you can learn how to swim at that. And he was like, you know what? He told me go. He said, you get out of here. And he told me go to the other side of the pool. I was over there by myself in 12 feet, and I was practicing my breath underwater. So good thing on the 12-foot side of the pool that the ladder it it go all the way down to the bottom of the pool. So I used to use that ladder to pull myself down and time myself. And that's how I used to learn. That's how I learned. I used to have the record for holding my breath the longest underwater. Yeah, Mr. Ocean water. I guess yeah, if you're not used to it. Cause my father was adamant. He was like, "Oh, pool is not real swimming. If anybody could learn how to swim in the pool, that's dead water. You gotta learn how to." He said, "The live water is when you know how to swim." So he was like big on that. Like, I don't care about that pool business. But I had the best time on my swim team. Like, we used to travel to swim all over. I ain't never have to. I ain't never have to go like those little testing sessions where they see if you leveled up. Because I was the most advanced one there. Even when I went to camp one year, and they test you when you first get to camp to see what part of the lake you can swim in and what bend, what color, what level you're gonna be on. Man, when they see me swim, they just told me I could go out to the end of the dock and go swim. Used to float underwater. I feel like once you could float, you could swim. Because the point of swimming is not sinking. Once you go float, that's the foundation of swimming. Once you can stay. Once you not sink, once you prevent yourself from sinking, that's the main goal. Cause I used to sleep in the pool. Like I would just lay on my back and go to sleep and just be floating in the water, no problem. All I gotta do is turn on my back and let the water and just I just be floating in the water. I could sleep that way. And I remember I used to hear the stereotype, "Oh, black people can't swim," and I used to be like, "Where did he get that from?" And then when I got older around people, I'm like, "Oh shit, black people can't swim." No lies, man. It used to be certain boys. I used to like no lie. You know, it's funny. I met a guy in Barbados earlier this year, right? He was fine too. My sister was like, "Oh, I want you to meet my friend," and he was with a group of friends from Boston, and so but he's Jamaican though. But when I got there, I'm like, yeah, he kind of cute though. But I ain't really trying to mess with no. I ain't really into Jamaican men like that. To be honest, I've never been. I dated a few, but I don't pursue them. Like I don't take if it come to happen, it happen. But once I hear you a Jamaican man, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I ain't really interested, but whatever. But he was cool. He was a sweetheart, and it was so bad that because me and was talking about it, and the next thing you know, they was like, "Oh, there go his girl." But his girl was buying me drinks and doing this and doing that. I said, "Hey, yo, what's going on here?" I don't know. I don't know if they trying to take me home now. Now I feel like I'm being set up. But the Jamaican man was on me. He wanted he like and everybody going in the water. He said he don't go past the water. He don't know how to swim. I was telling him, I was like, swimming easy, man. And we in the easy part of Barbados where the water is so calm and clear. You ain't got to worry about nothing. It's like no rocks. It's no nothing. It's pure sand and water. And ever since then, that man been asking me to teach him how to swim. And he's telling people he's not going in the water without me. So we had a picnic one day and everything. The nigga won't even go in the water with his wife. He said the only person he going in the water is with me. I said, child, I feel like I'm taking this lady man right in front of her eyes. I swear it was so weird. But I don't. The crazy part is he live in Boston. He wanted to know when I was coming back to the States so we could hang out. So we hung out like a month ago. And that's all I'ma say. That's all I'ma say. But we still gotta have a beach date. He gotta come back to Barbados so I could take him on the ocean for real, for real. Nah, I never I watched Love After Lockup. I don't really tune into the show, but I watch like highlighted stories. I watched a few. I haven't watched it since Derek and the Big Girl from Chicago. Was that the last one? Or was it I think the last person I was watching on Love After Lockup was damn, I can't remember. No, it was somebody after Derek and the Big Girl. It was this girl. I think she ended up pregnant by this dude, and he kept cheating on her. It was a black girl with glasses. I can't remember, but I don't know. I don't really like those type of shows too, because it's like, who are these girls' mothers? Where they aunties? Why they letting these niggas play in their face? Who told them that their biggest thing in life is to become a jail wife? Why are you dating? Why are you looking for men in jail to fall in love with? Oh, was this one light skin doing Love After Lockup too? He was tall and light skin, and he came home. And I remember they showed him coming to see two different girls on the same day. And the light skinned girl, she like had I don't know if she had a party, it was her birthday or was the present for her, but he came to see her for a while, and she felt that was her man, and he came to visit her and was like, I gotta go. So he basically like he was playing both of them, but he chose the dark skinned girl. That's him. Yes, he's trifling. He's trifling. I niggas like him, I would have to beat up. Like, do not play with me. Oh, he can't swim? Oh, with that nasty attitude, I would take him in the middle of a lake. Like, babe, come swim with me. I got you. Cause who you playing with? He's so disrespectful. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how y'all girls out there could do it. I don't know. I don't, cause I'm so cool and I'm so calm and I be cool and it's like I when the disrespect and all that start coming in, it's like where's that coming from, bro? Like, cause now you're gonna make me raise it up 10 notches over you, and I'm gonna get real disrespectful. I can't do it. I'm not built for it. I'm not built for those type of dudes. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Mm-mm, I am not. Yeah, he's trifling. And I be like, I just saw a video not too long ago on Instagram. Some dude was like, when y'all dudes gonna find y'all wives? Because when you get older, you start going through shit. You can't call your mom anymore. You can't call your roster because them bitches don't care about you. That shit was so funny because he was so hurt. And I'm like, well, a lot of y'all dudes be gay. A lot of y'all dudes be so emotionally invested into other dudes. It's borderline gay. It's emotionally gay. And it's just, I don't know. So many people out here hurt. And so many people out here hurt, or people don't know how to communicate to fix hurt. People don't know how to communicate to compromise, to be on the same page. It's just so, I'm actually glad I was born in the time I was. I do not want to be younger. I'm glad I was born in the time I was. We still knew boys and girls started like each other when we was kids. We used to hold hands. We used to do things. We used to dance together. It wasn't these gender wars going on. Nowadays, everything is a gender war, and I don't participate in gender wars because I'm like, I don't. It just don't. I don't relate to it. I don't relate to the gender wars, and I can't because the best people in my life, most of them have always been male. My life has been male centered, basically about my foundation, my love, my influence is all male centered. So I can't. I'm not. I'm not. I don't have a bitter taste towards men. It's actually females or women. I don't really. I don't really take a liking to that much. But there's certain type of woman that is just like a definite no for me. Like I don't like y'all. I don't like your type. Mm-mm. Just like men, but it is what it is. We all know the type of people we attract and bring into our life. It's simple as that. Yep. I agree. People don't know how to treat one another any longer. You can tell people who haven't had positive interaction with men or strong family. Yeah, and this generation, like one thing I like about this generation with them, everything is trauma. Like everything is trauma. Oh, I mean, there could be a balance, right? They feel they're more outspoken than our generation. Whatever, cool. I can't speak for everybody because, like I said, I don't. Everybody grew up in their own type of situation. It's okay if you feel like you're the generation of your community or your family or whatever to be the more outspoken ones, but at the same time, it's like people are obsessed with blaming everything on trauma. Trauma this and trauma that, and they use that to judge so many things. They use that trauma as their foundation, a base to use as a basis, like for their relationships, to navigate their life with, and everything. It's like at some point, all of us go through some type of trauma or unwanted experiences in life, but you learn from it and you grow from it. You don't hold on to it because if it didn't break you, you're gonna let it make you, and that's how you let it make you when you learn from it and grow from it. Now that's one thing I have to tell my daughter too. Like I know she not like me, but I've always been the type. I don't care what nobody say about me, right? And she used to be so. Oh, somebody said that even if somebody said something about her mama, oh mama, because no, they were talking about you and they said this. I said, girl, you know your mama. I don't care as long as it's gonna come in your face or they try to violate you. I don't really care. You're not gonna get me angry. But my daughter's a little hothead over that. Like she don't like people talking about her family. You can't say nothing about her family or nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Grow past the trauma. That's when that's when if they want to be seen as like the generation to fix things, to overcome things, is like don't. That's what yeah, you can acknowledge your trauma, but at the same time, don't let it be your identity. Some people trauma is their identity, and it's sad that we live in a society now too where like everything in life. I've never heard so much political beefs like between people. Like growing up, we didn't beef with people who had different political views. Like we didn't generalize people, and it's like everything from what you eat to your education to your sexuality to where you want to live to how you want to live is based in damn politics, and I'm tired of hearing that shit too. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. But yeah, that's to me that's like a mental enslavement. And me, I don't like feeling. And one thing I learned about myself, right? I guess, and I learned this about my ancestry. About we were freedom fighters, and I come from Maroons, and we helped free the slaves. We was never enslaved. This and this and that. We had our own communities. We had our own free people of color communities back in the days and everything, like the 1600s, 1700s, and because I used to always say, I don't know if I would live another time, they would have to kill me. I can't be nobody's slave, boy. And I think it's just ingrained in me. Like I don't not let people control me. You can't control my mind, and you're not gonna control my life. And that's just simple as that. My parents ain't try to do it, so why would I let anybody else in this world try to do it? Control my mind and my life? No, sir. That's why these men out here that play those little mind games. Men, I'm used to men like that not liking me. Yeah, you can't like because you can't mind fuck me. You can't mind fuck me. It's funny. I got a story like that too, right? Some dude tried to pimp me and my cousin. It was a long time ago, and it was this dude I grew up with in Harlem. He ended up moving to Miami, and I don't know. I don't know what was the name of the website we bumped in on. We bumped into each other on, but we got back in touch again, right? And I haven't seen him in so many years. We went to like I think last time I seen him was like fifth grade, and I'm like, okay, like he said, oh, I want to come. I'm coming back up to to New York. I want to see you. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Meet up. When I was doing meet up with dude, so he looking at me head to toe. He looking at us. And then he was like, oh, where I want to go. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. Me and my cousin already got plans. You just say you want to meet her. I was meeting up to say hi. He like, nah, but see, I'm not dressed to go out. And I'm like, yeah, because we wasn't going out with you. We going out to our own place. He like, how about I go buy out some outfits and put you on something sexy and this and that. I was like, what, nigga? What are you talking about? And the crazy part is he came in one of the, I don't know if y'all know those big red Chevrolet vans in the 90s, but them niggas came in a big red Chevrolet van and I saw the plates. It said Tennessee. So I'm like, who the fuck is from Tennessee? He like, oh, my man's from Tennessee. They from Memphis. And I'm not stupid. I know Memphis. Cause I used to date a drug dealer from Memphis. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. So he like, come in the van. I said, hell no, that van look like a kidnapping van. He like, no, it's a go-go van. He like, we got tables in there. You can have fun in there. We got the red lights. I already knew where he was going. So I'm like, hell no. So I guess he was so mad he couldn't get to us, especially me, because I'm speaking more. Because I'm like, nigga, I know you. My cousin don't know you, and you not, and my cousin not gonna agree with you before she gonna let me lead this conversation. So he went and got his friend. His friend walked up the block, bro. He walking towards us with this stupid ass limp. He put his cap to the side. For the God, it's like a movie. And he walked up to us. They gonna say, "You want a boogaloo or barbecue?" This nigga say, "You want boogaloo or barbecue?" Yo, me and my cousin sat there and we was laughing at him for like a. We were laughing at him for like a whole 30 minutes. Like what? Nigga said, "You want a boogaloo or barbecue?" And we like, oh god, oh. Yo, yes. Now he put it more to the side, like extra, extra corny, like I don't, yo, it was so crazy. That nigga was so mad. He was just standing there looking at us. Yo, he was standing there looking at us. We just laughing at him. Yo, I know if looks could kill that nigga, probably want to strangle. Oh, he wanted to strangle us because he was stuck. He couldn't say nothing after that because we like, nigga, what? Like, you thought you was gonna motherfuck us with that? That shit was so funny. Like, we like, what are you talking about, boogaloo and Bobby? Oh shit, that nigga hated us. I know he hated us. Yo, yo. He said boogaloo or barbecue. You know, niggas be thinking they be saying slick shit. Yo, that shit was crazy. VQ girl, I got a story for days about my laugh. My laugh done got me in trouble. My laugh used to always get me in trouble. I swear to God. My laugh, I don't know. I can't make explain it, girl. My laugh done brought some my laugh done made me some enemies, boy. That nigga say you want a boogaloo or barbecue. Like, what? Nigga, you better be it. You better take that shit back to Tennessee, nigga. What the fuck? They were so mad when us did it. I guess they brought the super pimp out. Oh my god. It was some little yellow southern boy. You could tell he was the older guy. He had braids to the side with the glasses. I'm like, You don't get this old man out of our face. Like, get the fuck out of here. Them niggas, I know they hated us. They hated us. I don't even like these fat New York bitches. Talking to me like that. Who the fuck they think they are? Fat bitches ain't shit. And I know little dude was working for them because he looked so defeated, like he ain't know what to do. He looking at them like, yeah, nigga, what you thought this was? I don't know. And I would beat your little ass. I would send you back to Miami with nothing. Y'all lucky y'all caught me. Y'all caught me on a unexpectedly on the link up because if we was in my hood, yeah, y'all wouldn't have made it out my hood in that red van. I know that for sure. Y'all wouldn't have made it out that red hood. Y'all thought y'all was picking bitches up and gonna snatch them to Tennessee. You fucking crazy. Who you talking to? Boogaloo barbecue. You better take that dusty southern slow shit out of here, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Boogaloo barbecue. Girl, I will never forget that. And sometimes me and my cousin we see each other, we be like, you want Boogaloo barbecue? And we just be laughing. That be an inside joke. Like, these niggas really hit us with the you want a Boogaloo barbecue. I said, yo, whoever fall for that, yeah, they deserve to get pimped because they slow. What the fuck you mean? See, niggas like that who can't beat me in the head don't like me. And I'm okay with that. Because you can never play with me. You can't play with me like that. Niggas from Memphis, they probably thought they hit a jackpot. They was like, oh, we got some chicks in New York. I used to talk to a drug dealer in New York. He was a light skinned little southern dude too. He's high yellow. They call him red. And he had like, cause he had like that reddish hair. He probably got like Irish in his family type shit. But he was real laid back, cool, sexy. I met him in a financial. I mean, you hear me? The financial girl. That's Wall Street. I met him in the Diamond District, and he used to always come. He was a little older than me though, so I used to, I was kind of skeptical. I'm like, I wasn't really having sex, and this a grown nigga that get his bag and all that. I'm like, what do you want with me? Cause I ain't giving out the goods, and that's it. I ain't having sex. I ain't there yet. So what you want with me? But we was really cool. That was my guy. He'd come up. He used to take me out whenever he came to New York. Drive back to Memphis. We'll talk a little on the phone after a while. It'll slow down. Then when he on his way back up to New York, we start talking again, meet up, hang out. Yeah, those were the good times. Those other slow bumpkins, those are bumpkins because they was dusty compared to him too. Like, oh y'all stupid. Y'all know I used to mess with a Memphis nigga who really had money, who really had swag. Nigga ain't talking about no fucking boogaloo barbecue. He was coming to New York buying real jewelry. You crazy. Yeah, I got a lot of memories. I swear I do. My life was crazy. That's why I be like, yo, that's why my man don't understand now. Like, I really like my peace. Like, all that partying and knowing people, knowing this person. I did all of that. I don't want that no more. I want to be by myself. I like my space. And it's not that it's anything wrong with it. It's like, I did that already. I did all those things already. And I have to grow up a little faster than you. In New York, you don't get to be a kid for too long. You better make it. If you're gonna be outside, you better be able to handle yourself. And we was working since young. We had to learn how to hustle since young. What you gonna do? You gonna babysit the kids? You gonna pick them up after school? Drop 'em. We have more responsibilities than this generation. That's why I feel like A lot of these kids don't really know nothing. Like they don't know basic interviewing skills, basic etiquette on the job. Like I was so mad the other day because I gave like say like my order was $12, right? I gave him dude like a $20 bill. No, say like it was $12 and like 35 cents. I gave the dude a $20 bill, two singles, and 35 cents. He still gave me back change as if I gave him a 20. Like all you had to do is give me back a 10, bro. What are you doing? He done broke it down from the 20. He like, oh, I can't do that because of computer. Nigga, put it in the computer. Are you slow? Like, put what I gave you on the computer. Like, why you just can't do that? I'm like, these kids cannot do basic math. Like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? Child, that happens so much at cash registers now. I hate going inside these stores with these kids at the register because I'm like, these kids don't know how to count off the top of their head. Like, that shit crazy. Oh yeah, they a little different. They definitely was like they was on their own time. It was like it was like dealing with them was like going back in time. You could say like because even like going to Barbados is like that. Like but mentally it's not there, but like the lifestyle is like going back in time. But like dudes in the south, it's like nigga, we done passed that stage already. How you still on that? Like you talking about book little barbecue. You're not pimping with that line. This ain't the 70s or the 60s. And we not no white ditzy broads. That's taking qualus and all that other stuff. Like who you talking to? Cause I remember as a kid too. I used to go to Atlanta, and I used to just be looking at them like the music was delayed, like because I and those times too. Remember, every region had their own form of hip hop and everything. Like everything wasn't mainstream and everybody wasn't listening to the same thing. People from Atlanta listened to it. People from Atlanta listened to New York had New York, Cali had Cali, Chicago had Chicago. But whatever hit mainstream, of course, was mainstream. I hate when they do that. So they can't count talking about you gave me too much. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, me too, MGO. My memory go back to between two, closer to three. You know what's crazy? My daughter was born with a crazy memory, and I used to just look at her shocked. Like, is this girl like a mind reader? Like, my daughter be like 2 years old, right? And she was like, or three, like, Mom, you remember it was me and you and our cousin? And my daughter had a tendency of describing your clothes. Like, whenever she recall a memory, she describing what your clothes on. So I was like, damn, my daughter be paying attention to the people be wearing. Like, she'll describe your whole outfit. Like you know how some people more focus on the scenery. My daughter would literally describe we went someplace, but we had this on. Like her main focus is like what you had on, what she had on, and and basically what was happening. It was crazy. Her memory is immaculate. By 5 years old, I couldn't believe she was remembering things like that. Yeah, that's how I was back then. Yeah, the lean thing was more like a Texas and Memphis thing, though. It we had some of the Carolina. It was big because they used to drink it out of baby bottles. I mean, we had it up here too, just because of that North Carolina, New York connection. But it wasn't a big thing. But the music overall was like everything was different, right? Because my father used to work for the music companies in Times Square, and my father was a valet, and he used to always park the rich people cars, right? And I remember in those days, like um, they would just throw away a whole bunch of like I guess like people who looking for deals, like give them sample CDs and stuff like that. And my father used to always bring us CDs. Like he'd be like, "Oh, my job gave me the CDs," so we would go through it, see if we like anything. And no lie, me and my brother, we used to pick up. We had the Juvenile, we had some Juvenile, and like I think it was BG. It wasn't even Little Wayne. We got Little Wayne later, but we had like Juvenile and BG CDs. And I remember we used to play high all the time. Like, and we used to tell, and everybody was looking at us like we crazy. Like, where y'all get that music from? But a lot of people knew we got music from my father because he used to work for Sony, Def Jam, all of them, valeting their cars. So whenever they got rid of CDs, they was like, "Here, you want these box of CDs or tapes or whatever?" And we went through. We used to listen to them. And no lie, we used to listen to Juvenile BG before they got big. And I remember how the CDs looked. I could picture it still in my head how the artwork was done on those CDs. And then we eventually got some. I can't remember the name of it. Then I used to remember the name so much. It was a little. It was a not little. What was his name? Little Wayne. It was a Little Wayne sample song that we had too. And when he first got famous, he didn't put that song out. I think he put it out on like a second or third album after he already got big. So of course, yo, golden. Everything costs more than south. No lie. When I used to go down south, no lie. What I could sell for $5 to New York, I'm selling for $30 to $50 down there. No lie. It's like, oh, you want in it from New York? And I used to make sure I used to have the best of the best stuff. Like, yeah, I'm going there. It's easy work. Easy work. Yeah, I think you heard. Yeah, you heard. That was the ambulance. That was the ambulances. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I live in between two hospitals too. One of them is a trauma hospital, and one of them is a private hospital. Yeah, everything. And I remember I met a boy from Texas a long time ago too. And I remember asking him, like, "Oh, you like big girls?" He like, "Girl." He like, "What do you mean? Everything in Texas is big." I like, "What do you mean?" He like, "Girl, everything in Texas is big." So he was like, "I know you're not that big." I said, yes, I am." He like, "I know you're not that big." And I'm like, "No, I'm a big girl. I ain't." I'm like not sloppy big, but I'm a big girl. He like, "Nah, I'm telling you, I'm from Texas. Everything big." Like he was emphasizing, child. I believe that he was like, "Listen, everybody in my family big. I'm the smallest one." And when I start seeing people, I said, "Oh yeah, everybody is big out there. That's crazy." I'm like, "Yo, they is big out there as a mother." Like, child, back then Texas was big for real. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was a stereotype that lived up to his name. I got a few cousins in Texas now too. They be driving back and forth to New York. I ain't take that job yet. I said, I don't know. I really ain't never been interested in Texas. My cousin keep asking me to come out there. I said I might, and she just had two little girls, so I might go out there. Yeah, I see. That's what he told me. He like, you ain't that big. It be funny to me too when guys tell me like, I like big, but you're not big. And I what you mean like niggas be liking big big. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm not. I don't want to be that big. I'm all right. Like I'm all right. Is like I be feeling weird with you, so like you kind of small for my liking. Me, I'm kind of small for your liking. I'm small. Okay, you must like elephants, bro. It's okay. You know, yeah, I love road trips too. Golden. First of all, Tim Tim had nerve when I was on the panel when he's asking for an apology. He gonna say he gonna tell Brown out. Oh no, I like the big girls. I like the big girls, and I'm like, see, this is my time to go because I don't care what he like. I don't care what Tim Tim like. Whatever you like, I'm not it. It's just that's it. It's not me, so I don't care. Yeah, Tipton said he liked the big girls. I mean, it ain't like Tipton I mean, everybody got their preferences, but Tipton ain't got no room to be thinking he got options. Let me tell you, MCL, they be talking shit on here, right? But if I let y'all talk to a few of my cousins, male and female, if I let you speak to my best friend's mother, who I knew since a little girl, that's one thing they always say. They said that girl always keep a man. I always had a since I was young. I've always had a man. That my best friend mother. Every time I see her once in a while, she said, "Oh, how you doing now? Who you with now?" Or something like that. Oh, you still with such?" And that's all she say. She say, "Girl, this is one girl I know. Always stay with a man." I told you I've hardly most of my life I've been in a relationship. I've hardly, especially as an adult. I don't. It hasn't. I haven't even had a whole for like a whole 2 years, barely a year to myself being single. I've never had an issue finding a man like and a decent man. I've never been in a toxic relationship. I've never been abused. I ain't never had no man had no babies on me. I never been through none of that. Not saying I've been through perfect relationships, but I ain't never been none of that drama, drastic shit. I've been through a little drama, but none of that crazy stuff. And you know what's funny about that too, MGO? I know a lady. She has a bridal shop. I just know her on the internet. But you know how all these men be talking about all the red pill talk now, the Mansfield talk. Oh, they gotta be slim fit, feminine. The lady said it herself. She said, you know what's crazy? Slim fit, feminine, maybe which I want to play with, but I've been selling plus size bridal dresses the most for the past decade. She said, ain't no extra material needed for no fit, feminine, and friendly woman. Them big women is getting that ring. Yep. I don't know what I really. That's what I said. Online is an alternate reality where people say whatever. I never. People have preferences: big, slim, thick, tall, light skin, dark skin, all the time. Even my elders. I heard my grandfather say it himself. He never liked no small woman. My father always said that he ain't never liked no small woman. So it's like these things. I'm just like, you easy say it online, but real men exist that really like us, and we don't have issues finding attractive men. Because I like good looking men. I'm sorry, I'm picky like that. I'm a little vain. If you don't look good, you don't match my flower. We don't go together. Or if you're not willing to level out with me, let me fix you up a little bit. Let me show you how to do this. Yeah. And you know how many men I've been with that I've helped them upgrade their wardrobe, and they always thank me later, like, "Oh, you got me dressing like a man. You got me looking good. Like you taught me how to look good." You crazy? I don't play those games. Oh, he ain't like the Tintin name? Nigga, your girlfriend gave you that name. What the hell you talking about? You talking about he gonna watch Netflix. That's what he was gonna watch Netflix with on FaceTime. Whatever date he so called had. That's crazy. Yeah, I was talking about that big back earlier. Like I'm a big girl, but I don't have a big back. Like I've seen big back women. That ain't never been me. My ass is my. That's the only thing they back there that may be big, but my back ain't big. I wear 42C. I don't have a big back. I never did. And as big as I always been athletic. Nigga, I can run. I'm flexible. I don't get tired. I don't get tired in the bed. I don't get tired in real life. Is you crazy? That's I don't care about their opinion. Cause I ain't even gonna hold you like not even being shady, but they're not the type of men I would look at that I would really care about their opinion. Like they don't fit my category of attraction, mentally or physically. So it really don't matter to me. He enjoyed that. He wanted the castle in there, just not me. Yeah, just not me. He hated me. You know why? Because I shut him up too. First of all, you're not gonna lecture me about shit. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. What's done is done. I left you alone. That was that. You the one who brought it back up. You brought it back up, and you thought you was gonna manipulate me into apologizing because you and your feelings. All of a sudden, you're not. You're not manipulating nothing into apology. Because just before I was just on the panel with him, he said he ain't had a problem with me. Now you got a problem with me? Or because I said you blocked MGO, I hit the panel and you blocked MGO, and you was mad because Marcus was flaming you. That's why you brought it up. I'm a big swim it. He's like it's crazy. It's this big back stuff though. It's I mean it's just corny anyway. So I don't. It's corny. Big back like that's what I hear the kids say. That's my daughter age group. You understand? Like they hear grown people saying that. It's like and then you say it every minute. That's what I'm saying. Like, ew. I don't. Please don't worry about me. Don't worry. Even if I was single, lonely, haven't had a man in years, I still wouldn't care if they was the options I had to consider. It's like nah, I'm alright. And they don't know me. They don't know how men really like me. Like nigga, I will laugh you right out your drawers. Like niggas just like my personality. And then niggas like how I smell. Niggas like how I carry myself. And then once I get to like you, I'm addictive. This is what I know from men's mouth. I'm addictive. Once we get to the love stage, I'm a good lover. I know how to love your mind, your body, and your soul. I know how to love a man, mind, body, and soul. That's why I don't have those issues. I don't attract degenerate men, and I don't have those. I don't attract those negative type of men. I don't have those. That ain't my story. I'm a lover, baby. Only if you know. I snatch nigga souls in real time. Niggas' mothers even love me. You feel me? I'm still cool with a lot of our exes, family members, they mothers, they sisters. Like, are you crazy? I don't have those issues. Yeah, right, VQ. Trust me. If niggas knew me for real, then you would know for real. A lot of my people know my story. People who know me for real. That's why I don't really. I'm not one of the people that's come on here type to prove anything. Like prove it for what? Nigga, my life story. I've been consistent the whole time. It's just me. Of course, y'all not gonna outside of me because I ain't come on. I ain't come online for that. I ain't come online to look for love, look for intimacy. I came. I came on here to do what we was doing. We was getting to the homelessness and being resourceful and giving our opinions. Y'all niggas want to start making this personal. That shit crazy. And then it's so crazy. I really think I know people real life. Like, what the fuck? Like, do we be on here like, where your wife at? Where your girl at? What they doing? What they would think about this you doing on? What is it? Like, what? I can't imagine me worried about another nigga and what he doing with his fucking wife. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you cheat on her. I don't give a fuck if you did any of that. That's between you and your wife. What that got to do with what's going on YouTube? But y'all so worried about people's shit. Like, nigga, if your wife's still with you, you had an affair with her. That's between y'all. If your wife with you, you had a baby on her. That's between y'all. What the fuck they got to do with us on YouTube? They be so invested. They want to know. That's why I be laughing when Brown I say adulterer. Because she's an adulterer. I'm like, woo child, they would hate me then. They would hate me if I told them. If I told them the shit I done did. I'm sorry, BQ. BQ, if I tell these niggas what I've been doing, because I keep it PG-13, child. I keep it PG-13. Marcus tried to call me out one time. He like, hey, how you got a friend? And I thought you had a husband. Don't worry about that. I got a friend and a husband. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got this. I got this. I got me. They be so worried. Yeah, worry about the big backs and they men. Why is that? Timothy sound like he obsessed with you though, VQ. That's how I was in the chat. I'm like, this is very weird. He's not talking about because he is God and you wrong and he's into God and God word is this. What is he trying to convert you or trying to marry you? What the fuck? He was very obsessed with you in your marriage and your man. And then talking about be the real you. Like, who you gonna tell somebody be the real and you was on here acting like your man and your best friend. I mean your woman and your best friend. You was acting like your own friend and your own girlfriend. Nigga, you can't get no weirder than that. Are you crazy? Be yourself. No, nigga, you be yourself. Stop putting wigs on your head, nigga. Why do you wear wigs? You only 40 something. You early 40s. Why you wearing wigs? Why you sound like Daffy Duck? Why you lied about having a wife and children that died? Like really weird stuff. You tell somebody be they self and you done did the weirdest shit. Nigga, you was talking to yourself. You was flirting with yourself. And you weird. Like you weird. Like you're weird. I'm not even gonna ask you if you don't think you're weird. You are, and you tell somebody to be their self. Yeah, and they worry about your kids. That's crazy, right? They worry about your kids, your vagina. It's getting too like. I mean, it's wrong, but it show everybody revealing their colors. Like what type of niggas y'all are. Y'all niggas is losers, bro. Y'all niggas is real life cornballs for real. Like in real life, niggas will pack you all the way up. Like get you up out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Niggas type to give you a wedgie and kick you down the block. Get the fuck out of here. You corny. You weird. So they not fellas. They do not work at DH. Not DHL. Oh shit. DHL is too crazy. Nah. According to another widow, we don't go outside. Nigga said, what you say? He said, we don't go outside, we don't drink water. I said, what? The fuck out? You know that? How you know that? How would you, what about somebody being on YouTube? You can tell if somebody don't drink water or go outside. What the fuck? Well, not really. Most of these, they're not even supporters. They just chat hoppers, right? They just ride the wave of what they like at the moment. Oh, you should see what I sent VQ tonight. VQ, when you get a chance, send her that screenshot I sent you tonight about the devil comment because that was interesting. That just popped up on my timeline, even though it was a few days ago. I said, "Look at this hoe. This hoe is so fake." But she swears she one of the realest ones on here. Get the fuck out of here. You a weird ass bitch too. You a drunk ass bitch. Delusional ass drunk ass bitch. And that's another problem with these people on here. They have this drinking and shit. Like, oh no, I can't be around drunks in real life. Like people who there's a different type of drunk. There's some type of people who just drink like to bury their sorrows or whatever. I don't know what it is, but they when they get drunk, they're just very annoying and reckless. Then you have your some of your drunks that they just need to drink and go to sleep and stay because they need to stay calm. But I don't like all of that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't go outside, but I don't accrue almost 10,000 miles on my airline. I'm about to use those airline points to book my next flight because I don't feel like paying for it. And that's another only man. Let me shut up. Only if they know niggas be. I be having niggas paying my flights. Let me shut up. Let me just. It don't even matter. Let them think what they want, man. I don't be trying to be funny. I don't be trying to be funny. Me being funny be getting me in trouble, girl. I mean, you got somebody calling your organization a crackerjack, but they don't do nothing but talk about what celebrities they know and work with. Like, like, like a we call those groupies. Like, How you fanned out because you know another famous nigga? Like that is too crazy to me. That is just weird. And I can't even say it's because I'm from New York and I grew up in that environment because it's just him. He's weird. Because I know niggas from other states who don't act like that. They don't act like that over people they know. It's just weird. And then they was mad. I ain't even go. I'm telling y'all, King was really mad that Vaughn Marcus. I would never forget Marcus said that. Marcus told Vaughn he had pretty privilege. Like he basically had a light skin privilege because he was handsome. And I said it must be because child was King mad about that damn baby shower, about him getting help, about everything. That nigga was mad. King got the ugly privilege. He ain't getting no help. King got the ugly nigga privilege. That's why he get treated like the ugly nigga he is. Mm-hmm. Niggas wanna talk about outside. Ain't not for me outside. The fuck? When I go outside, I got a destination. And I like to go right back home. And I used to have this problem with my last husband because he still wanted to party and all that. I said, nigga, I don't want to do it. I want to go. Let's go home and have sex. How about that? That's my party. Let's go home and have sex. I do not want to go to no party. I'll be in there 5 minutes and ready to go home. I'm like, no. Once in a while, yeah. And if it's like family event party, yeah. But like to go out party, nah, I'm good. I don't want to be around a bunch of strangers and they just drunk, don't know how to act. And nah, I'm good. I'm alright with that. I mean, I used to party all over. I used to party from New York. We used to party New York, Miami, Jersey, um, Delaware. Um, where else used to party? Atlanta, Cancun, Mexico, the Bahamas, Trinidad. I don't want to party no more. I am not looking to party. It's cool here and there, but I ain't looking to party or socialize. The friends I have now I could barely keep up with. Everybody grown, living their own life. And that's fine. Whenever we see each other, it ain't like, oh girl, where you been? We just enjoy the moment we see each other again. That's part of being an adult. Yeah, King is deformed. He's physically and mentally deformed. Uh oh. See? We make them mad, but we applying pressure for them to do better. Take it as tough love. Take it as tough love. I know one thing, you ain't getting no apology to that ain't never gonna happen. Apologize for fucking what? You should just went your way and kept it that way. But what y'all niggas do is y'all try to become victims just cause someone mention your name. If nobody mention your name defaming you, trying to slander you or lie on you, don't make it a problem. You just part of the story. That's all that is. Imagine me being riled up because say like right now, oh, one of them go live later say, oh, Copper was live at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was in. What I'm gonna get mad about that for? Now, if you talking about, oh, Copper was live at 5 o'clock in the morning and start lying on me, adding shit and all that, then that's a problem. But nobody be lying on niggas. Your name just come up and you go, oh my god, they said my name. They said my name. Like, who the fuck y'all think you're allowed that you think people can't say your fucking name? Is you stupid? Tim, it was funny because Tim was doing good. Tim was doing good at first when he was over there. But he got a little too hyped. He got a little too full of himself. He got a little too full of himself. He was doing good. Nobody was paying him no mind. He said a little few things here and there, but it's nothing too crazy. Cause I heard him say my name a couple times. I ain't say nothing. I ain't care. Yeah, I did those. You feel how you feel. I did whatever. So what? It's over with. But when you start lying on me, yeah, that's not. I got something to say to your stupid ass. Stop mentioning me and lying. 'Cause I waited till you lied on me the second time that you would say anything. That is the crazy part, Golden. They watching. They stay in the bushes. They gonna be talking shit. Oh, how you up this late? And you got him here. You know why? Because my man ain't my daddy. I'm a grown ass woman. And even when I'm not next to him, I do what I want. And when I'm next to him, I still do what I want. So what the fuck? My man is not 50 years old with ED. He don't have a bad diet, unhealthy lifestyle. So we good over here. Don't worry about what we be doing. I'm good. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I'm ready to go back home. That government shutdown really messed me up. I ain't even gonna hold that shit was I was over here sick, like, oh, when is this shit gonna be over? I was working less and less, and then they was just like, listen, we've been paying you out of our own budget because I don't work for the places I work at. Like, I don't work for them directly. I contract with them, so I don't get paid from their budget. I get paid from the contracting, and I use my provider number, and I use my nursing insurance. That's what covers me. So I guess all of that is on a federal level because they definitely slowed down my damn work. I was working 2 days, and they were just like, "Listen, if you want to work, we're gonna pay you less." I'm like, "Less? You bugging?" Because the nurses who work for them make less money. I ain't never worked for no union as a nurse. They don't get paid enough for me, child. And I like my freedom. So whenever I want to start working, I'll say, "Listen, I'll see you in the next 6 months." Then that's what it is. I ain't gotta be like, "Oh, I need to put in for vacation time or I need sick time." Nah, I can't live like that. But I thank God, right? The only reason I'm able to do that is because I came into a lot of money when I was young. And a lot of that money I put up, I was getting annuities at first, but I stopped it and I put that all up. And I'm letting that money grow. And I receive that money before retirement age. That's why I don't have to wait to retirement age either. I don't have to wait for a pension. I don't have to wait for none of that. I put my money up so that when I'm at an age, I know I could be comfortable. I ain't gotta worry about working, and I know I still, able to enjoy my life. My money will start coming in. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. So I don't mind working. I wasn't the type to want to live off my money and not do nothing. I was still going to work. Like, people didn't know I had all that money. Like, only certain people who knew what was going on with me know I had all that money. And then I was going places with certain investors I was working with, and people would start asking me, "Oh, why you here? Why you?" Or like when I post pictures or places I've been with certain investors, they'll be like, "Oh, what you was doing out there?" And I was just telling people, "Oh, I was out there looking at some hotels or meeting up with some people investing in some resorts and stuff like that." And that's when people kind of knew that I came into some money. But yeah, I'm not really so I don't really work myself because I have to, but I like working myself to know that I know how to work. I don't just keep doing nothing. Like I'm not one of the people that can just sit around and do nothing and be catered to all day. I gotta be doing something. Like that hustle always been in me, regardless. Mm, Thank you, Golden. Yep. I say, you know what? I can enjoy all this money now. And I already blew some money because I wasn't really financially literate. So I said, I'm not going to blow all my money and have nothing. Like, I made a few investments and got my return. Cool. But at the same time, I'm getting other people rich too with my money because I know they're making money off me too. I said, you know what? I'm going to just put this money in a way where it could grow right now and I could able to take it out without any tax, any tax penalties, no nothing. I meant poking, but he said porking. Porking. MJ, I'm glad you bring that up because he says stuff sometimes. He's like, oh, yeah, because I'm college educated and we want to talk on a collegiate level. I mean, that's all fine and cool, but sometimes, too, he be saying words wrong and out of context. And I'm just like, oh, my God, just be yourself, dude. You don't have to be in competition with nobody. Because I was an advanced kid, but my worst subject was always English. And I think it's because in my mind, I knew so many different languages when I was young that English was always never made sense to me. And like properly to be grammatically correct to write on paper for school and to make sense. English was always hard for me to understand. English was always my worst subject. Everything else, no problem. I never even had to study. I was the type I learned something once. I ain't have to study for tests. Studying for tests was like I used to sleep during study. We used to have study hall and study groups. And I used that time to go to sleep. Yeah, I don't use. That's what I'm saying. That shit is corny. I don't use my education over people either because I know education is not a uh it's some type of measurement towards intelligence, but there's different types of intelligence, and everybody's not academically there. And people have different learning styles that they didn't benefit from school because they was never taught a learning style that was appropriate for them. Trust me, I know, girl. I used to try to help my friends and everything because I learned that young. Cause my learning style was in first grade. I had a teacher, and I don't know. This lady must have hated me for some reason, and I knew she was crying. And I told my mother. My mother used to curse a lot of the lady out, and it was to the point she was like getting on my nerves. I was just wilding out on her, and so all right. So the school system, how it was here in New York City, the smartest classes always ended with a number one. There was not. So if you was in kindergarten, you was in K1, you was first smart class, K2. So it usually go from one to three. Those were the smartest classes. K1, K2, K3. I was in K1. So when I went to first grade, I was in 1-1. And when I was in 1-1, that's when I had a problem with my teacher. And I wasn't the type that really complained, but I had to tell my mother eventually because it's like now it's looking like I'm just having an attitude with the teacher for no reason. But I've been telling like, nah, she been doing this stuff. I just wasn't a tattletale. At that age, I just didn't tell. I just try to handle things on my own. So when I got to second grade, at the end of first grade, I got my, they tell you what class you're going to the next year. She sent me to 2-3. And my mother was so upset. She like, why is my child going to 2-3? And all my mother kids was always K1, 1-1, 2-1. So when and I'm the last kid. And my mother said I was easy to learn, just like my oldest sister. My brother was more difficult, but I was easy to learn, right? So when they put me in 2-3, my mother was so upset, and I guess she couldn't really fight it. So they told her they're gonna let me go in 2-3, the beginning of the school year, and depending on how I perform, they're gonna put me in 2-1 or 2-2, and they sure did. I by the by like the first quarter or whatever they call it, how they used to break it down. They sure enough removed me out of there, and They put me in 2-2 first because there was no space in 2-1, and then I went to 2-1 in the middle of the school year. So I know how it is. I know how it go. I don't really use my academic advantage, like my achievement over people. It's corny. Now you can't play with me and try to play me like I'm dumb now either. But everybody got their strengths and their weaknesses. And it's okay if you don't know everything. You, and then we grown. We all past school, which is another one of my points that we all at different levels academically, but we all still finish school, whether you got an A, B, or C. The fuck? But not all of us finish school. But the people that finish school that talk about education. And there's still people that didn't finish school that had situations where they couldn't finish school that they probably would have finished school with a degree if life didn't happen to them. Nowadays, children, they just promoting them, boy. In the schools, I think homeschooling has more stricter guidelines for passing than regular school these days. They don't want to hold nobody back. Sure, I remember growing up, you knew when niggas got left back. You'll be like, how old are you? How old are you in fifth grade? 10? You'll be like 10 in fifth grade, and there's a 13. There's a 13-year-old in your class. He wasn't in my class, but he was in my grade. I remember this boy named Sean. That nigga was so taller than everybody. He had facial hair. Everybody like he in the fifth grade. That nigga big as hell. He looked like a man. That nigga was like 13. Oh shit! Bring back that shade, cause I know I guarantee you he got out from grade that year, fucking with us. Like nigga, you was too big to be with us. What's wrong with you, man? Listen. Yep, those are the days. Listen, They don't care how old you was. If you were past this grade, you stay there. So yeah, bring that back. Bring back Shane. I, the key word is insecurity. You said it right. I don't know when everybody's in competition. Like everybody feel like there's a competition between other people just because you don't like them. Oh, numbers, this and who you know and uh yeah, whatever came out about you and I like at the end of the day, so what the fuck, so that ain't helping you advance more than nobody else. I know I started paying more attention to this Quita storyline now that Mocha, I see Mocha when she was talking to Marcus. She, I'm keeping my eye on her. She seemed jealous of Quita. She's one of the bros like, nah, we cool. That's my peoples. We cool. But yeah, you slick shading her. So my personality is this and my personality and I could do this and I could do that. And they need to watch she's telling people, oh, my videos ain't popping. Y'all better get my videos, my numbers up. And I'm like, girl. And then now you trying to play with short dog in front of the camera. I don't know. You looking for a problem. You looking for a problem. So my she like short dog. Oh, I like him. And Marcus like, oh, you act possessive, don't you? She like, yeah, if I like you, if I like you. Like that's your friend since when do that what's girl code? You don't fuck behind our friend. If our friend mess with that man, he is off limits. And that shit is fresh. It ain't like years in between. It was in high school they did something, and they got met years later. She just had him, literally. I wonder if she knew she got her name was out here, Quita. I wonder if she know that people know her name now. Yeah, she want that attention like Quita. Cause I know she probably see like people stop with Queen on the street too, like, oh, she on YouTube. Everybody probably talking about her. So now she want to compete. And I see Marcus is talking about this house stuff again, putting them all in the house. I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be worse. This is gonna be a crackhead whole edition of baddies. I don't watch baddies, so I definitely ain't watch. I ain't watching a whole bunch of $50 prostitutes in the house with each other and some drug addicts. I will look at you and try and prove I'm a better basketball player than the surfer. You crazy. I don't know, Golden. That's what I'm trying to. I'm asking too. Does she know that? Cause she was so adamant about people not knowing her real name. So I don't know. I don't know if she knows. That's what I was asking. Excuse me. I was asking. She know her name is out here. He put down the payment of the house. Well, good luck to him. I don't. I don't know where this is heading. Where the homeless people at? You know what story I wish he would have kept up with? Even though that girl was lying, the fake whatever I don't know. I don't think that girl was born a guy or whatever her identity. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't remember if they call themselves male or she now. I think he said he went back to male, and he said he was from Jamaica. That couple, yeah, the fake trans, yeah, the one that was adopted from Jamaica and got the African parents that paid for the transition. Yeah, girl. First of all, she do look Jamaican. I believe she's probably Jamaican, but do I believe she's from Jamaica? Like, no. I think she was born here. Her parents are Jamaican. Cause how you say you ended up in a system adopted because your mother was on drugs? How the fuck you get to America then adopted by some Africans? I believe she was born female and always been a female. Period. Like I don't know where this. I don't know. I'm just. I don't know. I don't know. But that was interesting because it's like, girl. Then you say your father was in America for all these years, but then your father couldn't take you when he was young. When you was younger, I don't know. It just doesn't add up. During one of his lives, they broke up. Oh wow, that's an MG. I said, what kind of African parents you had? That first of all, you're their adopted child. Now, not saying that that means they love you any less, but that's a little extra for something I know that Africans are definitely not putting up with. Paying for your gender transition. Then she couldn't even name a price. Yeah, that's what I think she is. She was born in America with Jamaican ancestry. She said her mother was on drugs. You don't really crack. Ain't really no crackheads like that. Not saying it isn't, but people are not cracked out in the Caribbean like how it is out here. And then your child end up in a whole system. Like that gotta be an extremely rarely cases. And then how Africans in America get in contact with Jamaica, like with you in Jamaica out of all people. I'm not that's one thing I always question, like I'm not aware of any programs of children being fostered into America. Like Jamaica is not one of those countries. Now Canada, maybe Jamaica has a great they have Jamaica and Canada have so many social programs with each other that involves even children and gay children. I could believe if it was in Canada, but America, no. Yeah, right. Fostering and adoption is totally different. You want me to tell you a weird story, right? About adoption. So my best friend, my best friend, her grandmother adopted these two little girls. So now they got their grandmother's name. They got the family name. They grew up as family. So I kind of knew my best friend was gay growing up, so I used to tease her, always try to hook up with boys because boys did like her. Like even my brother had a crush on her and used to always say like she's so beautiful. I want to have my kids. Like we used to be in Chicago. No lie, these bouncers at the club used to like my best friend. My best friend used to turn. She's like high yellow, so she turned so red when dudes flirt with her because she never liked dudes. But I knew it when we was young. She like I just knew it, right? Because she never had a boyfriend, and she ain't. She was just was like she just was chilling, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. So when I came out of jail when I was younger, and she came to see me, the first thing I asked her, I was like, "So you got a boyfriend?" And she just turned red. So I was laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, she get." And we was hanging out with each other for so long. And she had a car at this time. We 18 now. So she picking me up every day. Cause she had moved to Delaware with her grandmother and the two adopted daughters, which is what she would call like her aunts, but they was young, so she just say cousins. But it got weird because I with my best friend every day. She picking me up, but we always in the car with girls, and I'm like, bro, like, why are you always around? You always gonna pick up a girl? You want to hang out? I don't want to be in a car full of girls all day. This is not my vibe. I've been locked up with girls every day, 24/7, for the past 3 years. Some change. I do not want to be around girls all day. So she tried to be fair with me, right? So we used to go chill with dudes and sometimes, but when we go chill with dudes, she just did not engage. But long story short, right? This some girl kept calling her phone and stalking her, and she used to always tell me, "Oh, it's a girl in Delaware. She want me to come back and this and that." And it was so weird because it come to find out it was one of the adopted. Good night, VQ. I'm about to end it soon too. Yeah. So my best friend come to find out to adopt one of the adopted daughters basically was crushing on her and liked her and felt like that was her girl. She was so possessive. And I'm talking to my best friend like, that's weird, right? Y'all grew up as family. And then I heard when I was locked up that the grandmother did put like she took the girl to court, the oldest adopted daughter, and she was telling the judge like I keep catching this girl in my grandmother in my granddaughter room, and I think they got something going on. And then yeah, so my best friend was like, yeah, and she had to tell me the truth, like, yeah, we did try some before, but I don't know. We was just exploring, but she didn't really want to be with her. And at this time, this girl was 16, but she was in college. So we used to always go to her college to visit her, Delaware State University. And every time she comes, she should try to introduce my best friend as her girlfriend. And my best friend was like, no, we cousins, we cousins. And I was like, ain't this some weird, freaky shit going on here? What the fuck? And I'm like, bro, you dead wrong. This girl possessive over you. You was dead wrong, and she is now. She don't want nobody but you, like, cause you let her explore with you. What the fuck y'all got going on in Delaware? You went to Delaware, became a weirdo. She like, no, she kept coming at me. She kept coming at me. She knew I like girls, but I wasn't liking her. I'm like, this shit weird. I'm like, nigga. And she like, but she not really my cousin though. We not blood related. I said, nigga, she got your grandmother's last name. Like, not even her married name. She got your grandmother's maiden name, your mother's name, your aunt's name. Like, nigga, that's your family. Yeah, that was crazy. That was, and the girl was so possessive over my cousin. I mean, over my best friend. I said cousin. That's what kids and cousins. Exactly. And everybody found out. Yeah, it was so funny because she was coming to New York to visit, and she was not trying to hide her possessiveness. It was bad enough she was calling all the time. So my best friend used to just give me the cell phone, like, "Can you answer?" or whatever. And I used to be like, "I'm not answering that shit. I don't even answer my phone when people stalk my phone. I'm not answering your phone, bro." Next thing you know, the girls start calling my phone too, like, "Oh, is Shauna with you?" I'm like, nah, bro, you're not calling my phone. She got her own phone. You gotta call her phone. Yeah, that was crazy. Everybody found about it too. They was like, yo, yeah, and we was telling, and the girl, she didn't understand the adopted one. She didn't understand, like, you cannot do this. She was so obsessed over her. She was so obsessed over her. And my best friend she already felt bad, like I know I shouldn't have did that, and how those girls obsessed with me, like, and I really, she said I'm not even attracted to her, like she's not even my type, like, cause my best friend finally came out the closet to me too. She told me, and I told her, I was like, bitch, I've been new. Fuck you telling me for, like, you coming out and telling me a revelation, bitch, I been new. Yeah, that was crazy. Like she was so upset. And we was even tell her like you don't want to go try a boyfriend. You don't want to go try nothing. And she in her head she really was like, no, I love her. I love her. I want to be with her. It was crazy. It was sick. Like it was sick. I don't know. I told my best friend, I said, nigga, you weird for that. That was crazy. Like I ain't touching nobody. I grew up with like family. I ain't not even play cousins or god sisters or god brothers. Off limits. You I ain't grew up with no Derrick Rose though. I know that. That's crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Like she was so obsessed with my and it because my brother had to tell like nigga, this is not like I cannot be your girlfriend. What we did is what we did. It was already wrong. And I'm like, you had to play with her mind too though because I know my best friend playing with mine because she was using her too. Like, because this girl was buying her stuff, like buying her sneakers, buying her clothes, paying her car insurance. I'm like, nigga, you dead wrong because you was playing with her too. Like, that's why she acting like that. You bugged out, bro. Now she ends up killing you. I just hope I ain't there. Because we used to always be together, travel everywhere, stay in hotel rooms. I'm like, if this girl kill her, I do not want to be a witness because she is playing with this girl. Well, she played with her because she ain't really played with her by the time I was hanging around them, but I knew what was going on. Like I kept hearing it. Yep, that's the same best friend who I told you. Her mom always say like, I always keep a man. I always got a man, and she should tell me too. She said, you know, my daughter like girls. Why she can't be like you? Why she can't at least like boys and girls? I'm like, I don't know. I did think she liked boys at one point, but she used to act too shy. But when I realized like she wasn't even getting a chance. Like we used to hook up with the cutest dudes, like OD. Like so many dudes was attracted to my best friend. She was not with it. She just freeze and turn mad red and be like, nah, nah, nah. She really gay. She never been with no man in her life. Set you down and told you she had a girlfriend. She'll be like, Golden, let me sit you down and tell you this, girl. I guess me, I don't even be shocked no more about, especially me being locked up. When I found out girls be gay for the stay, girls be gay for their boyfriends, and girls just be gay to be gay. I was like, yeah, nah, I gotta have more willpower than that. Ain't nothing I like. I'm ain't nothing about a girl I like, and I ain't nothing I'm gonna like about them just 'cause ain't no boys around. And can't no boy make me like a girl. Like it just don't make sense. Not me. I'm alright. I'm good. Even when I was locked up, I was messing with the staff. You crazy? First of all, my first love was locked up with me in juvenile. Everybody knew that was my first love. I let the whole jail know that's my first love. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I used to sneak them letters, everything. I used to have this one staff who's kind of slow. I used to use that man to make me go see my boyfriend, go sneak him, go see him. Yep. I don't care. That was my man, my man, my man. Yeah, queer. Yeah. I just and my best friend is old school gay too. Like a lot of people that I know that I grew up with as gay, they are like they don't align themselves with the LGBT community. Like they don't. A lot of them don't agree with the pronouns things because even trans that I know, like if you slip up and call up a he, they're not gonna have a fucking conniption over it because they know like I was born a he, whatever. But if you close to them you're gonna refer them as a girl, but they're not gonna have a fit. If a stranger in society be like, "Excuse me, sir," or something like, it's not a whole big thing. Like they're not gonna freak out. It ain't gonna break their identity or their self esteem. And it's like all the older gay people I know that like most of them are not. They do not affiliate themselves with LGBT. Or some of them be like, "Can we cut off the QIA?" They be like, "Oh, can we keep it LGB?" Damn, that must have been a heavy conversation for you, Golden. So I don't really get into the politics. I remember, and then me and my best friend used to be around each other so much. So we used to party and everything. Cause me and her used to hustle. We was no lie, me and my best friend, we was known in Harlem for so long. Like niggas loved us and respected us because we was the only duo of girls out there. Like we had the best work. We was getting so much money. We was living good. Like niggas want to be on our team, and everybody was like, "Nope, I just work with my best friend." If they came to me and they be like, "Yo, tell your friend, let us all work together," I'm like, "Nope, it's just me and her." If they go to her and tell her, "Yo, let's all work together," they be like, "Nope, it's just me and my best friend." Like niggas knew it for that. Like, yo, they used to be like, "Yo, we respect y'all. Y'all don't let nobody in your circle." Like niggas know it was just us two. No, you can't get with us. We got our own shit. We got our own lane. You can't get with us. But when it came time, hanging out and doing things, so she's always come to parties with us. To the clubs and everything. And being around, most of us is straight. We talk about boys all the time. She ain't want to hear that shit, and then we kind of respect because we had a talk. She like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. You my friend, and then she like, yeah, because I can't sit and talk to you about what I do with girls. And I'm like, yeah, you can't. So that was a respect we had. But she did ask, she asked, are we opening up to go with her to gay clubs? Like, we ain't got to do nothing, but just go with her, just so she could have fun. And that's what we started doing. Like, she, she ain't really have no gay friends. She had us. So we used to have to go to gay clubs with her sometimes and gay parties with her. So she could have, you know, she could do her thing. She was attractive to think about it. She loved pretty boys. See, I like pretty boys too, but I don't like no women. I don't like no titties. I don't like cat. I don't want no woman. I like a bed. I like a chest. I like a man. I like a man's body. No lie, I just found a dude on IG today. He one of the metrosexual dudes like Prince. Fine as fuck. Oh my god, I was looking at him today like, yo, who is this? He from Virginia. His name is Pretty Boy. And he showed how he grew up, like from a little boy in transition. And you could see him growing to be into a pretty boy. He dressed like a '70s dude. Yep. He dressed like a he dressed like a prince. He a little kinky. But all he do is talk about women and people being there like, oh, you gay? He like I used to tell girls like, those feminine dudes y'all be thinking is gay. Them niggas will rock your world and have you hooked for days. You keep thinking them niggas is gay. All them ain't gay. The niggas that's a little too freaky, yeah. The ones that's a little too freaky for me, they questionable. They be like, I'll be like, yeah, you gay. But you could tell when a man like a woman, you could tell when a man likes women. Like everything about a woman's body, a man like. If y'all got IG, his name is damn, what's his name? Pretty boy, the artist. I gotta see if he got a YouTube. Yes, he's like one of those metrosexual dudes. So he make funny videos too, like I'm the baby daddy that could share clothes with my baby mother and shit like that. The only thing I don't like is he smokes cigarettes. And I was watching one video, some girl was like, but why you smoke cigarettes? And he was just like, I just been about old people. That's why. That's all. He said he grew up around old people, old players and everything. I'm like, but cigarettes though? Yuck. That's the only thing I don't like about him, the cigarettes. But I said if I had one night with him, I would tear him apart. Give me one night. He talking about he taking people's soul. Alright. Wait till you meet me, nigga. I'ma snatch your soul. You gonna be dreaming about me. Yeah. That nice body. I like him. And I'm not even into muscles. And no lie, them gym dudes do be liking fat girls. I don't like those big muscular dudes. Like muscles is ill to me. I don't like muscles. I do not like them big hard muscles. I never did. And I don't see what's so. I don't. It remind me of GI Joes I used to play with as a kid. Man hard, they body man hard and curved. All you feel is curves and hardness. What the fuck? I don't like that. I never did. I like a normal body. And I realize this generation of men don't got hairy bodies like the older men did. I need a man with hair on his chest. Where's your hair? Why your hair not growing on your chest? Y'all niggas got boobs nowadays. It is the food. It's definitely something in the food because it's not even fat men. It could be average sized men. They got little boobies and I'm like, what the fuck? I had an ex. He's fat though, right? But he didn't have titties. I don't like niggas with titties. And when he went to jail for 3 years. He came out of jail. He had titties. And I'm like, it's something in that food. I always said that. I always said jail food kill people though. I always said that jail food is horrible. I starved myself in jail until I started working in the kitchen, and I was a chef. That's where I got my culinary training at, and because I didn't go to school when I was locked up since I finished high school early. So all I did was work. And once they knew, once once my culinary instructor saw how good of a chef I was, like he was just like, "Yo, you sound special." He took me under his wing, and that's what he did. He told me different styles of cooking. I remember the first menu I cooked. Cause I used to make the menu for the brunches for like local politicians and board directors. The first menu I ever made was asabuco, risotto, fried mozzarella with a raspberry sauce, and I made tiramisu. I'm not much of a baker. I am now. I'm better at baking now, but I'm not much of a sweets person in general. Yeah, I don't want no hard body. I don't like hard bodies. Laying on them at night and all that. It don't feel comfortable. Just like skinny men. Like trying to have sex with a skinny man is hard. They bones hurt. Ain't nothing to sit on. Yeah, I like more variety now too. Myself, Golden. Like I used to be so shallow. I ain't never used to talk to dark skinned dudes. First of all, I didn't really. But see, I like what you could so. I like what you could what we call like black Latinos growing up. Like Maxwell, the singer Maxwell, like I love black Latinos or what they call Afro Latin, whatever. But not not the Spaniard looking ones. I love because half my family is Honduran. They blacker than me. They blacker than fucking a lot of Africans. They from Honduras, Belize, Costa Rica, Panama. I definitely culinary arts. And it was something I didn't even think that, that was something I was into. It just came so naturally. And I guess it's because I've been cooking home since I was young. And I never liked junk food. So I said, like, I'm going home to cook. Most kids after school, they go to the store, get sandwiches, or they go to McDonald's and shit. I go home to my daddy cooking. Well, I started learning how to make what I want. Like I used to like curry goat as a kid, real bad. But I don't like the way Jamaicans cook their meat for me. Like, so I said I gotta learn how to make my own curry goat. Make my own curry goat, and it's crazy. Curry goat was the first thing I started making money with out here in the real world for parties. When I used to cater parties, curry goat. Yeah, a lot of my family's Garifuna. Even my great grandmother from St. Kitts, they're part of the Ineri tribe. Garifuna basically broke off the Ineri tribe that was in the islands, and they ran to whatever they did in St. Vincent, and the chief of that island, he took all of them over to Central America. So they start off in the islands. That's why they're the only group that speak Arawak in that Carib. Hmm. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, I used to. It's some men from Ghana. Even I'm not attracted to dark skinned men. It's some men from Ghana that I know be looking good. They look hard body and strong too, but they could pass. Like they don't look too hard. Maybe if I felt them, but from what I could see, and I like, you know what I like? I like men who are like in tune with their traditional culture. Gary Funes are from Belize. They from Central Belize. Belize was once part of Honduras. Belize used to be but it used to be called British Honduras, and then it broke off to Belize. So yeah, Garifuna is there. I got some friends who are Garifuna from Belize that I grew up with. Yeah, because when they moved to America, they moved to the Bronx with the rest of the Garifunas. Get the biggest Garifuna community in the USA is right in the Bronx, and then it's Texas. Yep, my first love was Garifuna. His name was Julio. Yeah, I used to like Samoan men too, cause they real big. Oh, this one boy named Nehemiah. Was he Polynesian or Samoan? Anyway, all the Pacific Islander men, I love them. The Fiji, Polynesian, even some of them from Indonesia, the dark ones. Oh my God. Mm, you don't even know, girl. That's how I like. I think I just like island men, whether they from the Caribbean islands or Pacific Islands. Those are my top choices in men. They be so sexy. But I love seeing men in their traditional clothing. I've even seen some, I ain't even gonna lie, I see some handsome Scottish men back in my day in their kilts and everything. And a lot of my family is Irish and Scottish. So I grew up, St. Patrick's Day was a big thing in my family growing up. Like, that was a that was one of the biggest celebrations next to Thanksgiving. If y'all see my name, if y'all ever see my Facebook, my name is Irish. So my family from St. Kitts too. My great grandfather, his grandfather was from Scotland, but he was a black man. He was a dark man, and he was a warden on the island. He was responsible for the jail for those who was incarcerated, and they called him the African jailer because he was so dark. But he was from Scotland. He was such a dark skinned man. I even got an uncle. One of my grandmother's brothers. He's so dark. They call him Shaka Zulu, but he's basically my grandmother and them was mixed with Irish, and they family migrated from Brazil and Suriname. That's what I be telling people. You'll be surprised that people be so dark skinned, but they don't be from Africa. There's so many dark skinned people from all over the world. You ain't would think to guess. And I remember when I used to get readings by people. Yeah, I like intelligent men too. I like them crazy too. I remember I used to be around like the older women, the readers. Every time I used to get a reading, and people used to tell me like, "Oh, where you from? Like, where your family from?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, they're like, "Where your family from?" And then people used to always tell me like they see these dark men around me, like just in warrior stuff, and they like got red. They got a red cloth on with red paint, and I'm thinking like, and then there's they used to tell me, I'm like, I don't know. I said they dark, and in our religion we call Africans Congos, right? And I was like, they be like, but they're not Congos, they something else. So I'm like, I don't. I said, only could tell you is either from North America or South America. And everybody always talk about these spirits around me. My ancestors are these dark black warrior men in red cloths and red paint. And I don't know if that's like my North American ancestry because I got like Yamasee, Geechee, Seminole ancestry. And when they say red, that's what made me think of those because those are the ones who's fighting in the Seminole Wars or the Yamasee Wars against the and taking free people into Florida when Florida was owned by the Spanish. Or I don't know if they're talking about my ancestry from the Caribbean or South America or even Europe. I don't know. But they said they're not Congos. Yeah, Melanesian too. Yeah, I like all of that, girl. Next year, I plan on going over there. I plan on going on that way. I want to get me some blue bananas too to bring back to Barbados. I want to grow blue bananas, and I'm looking for a special corn. Yeah, it is exhausting. It's like that's what I don't even. I'm over it. I am so. I've been over it since I was a child. I've been over it. I've been so over it. I don't got. I don't. I just don't got it in me. I don't. I don't. I be just telling. See, this is why I don't identify with the race because I can't. And then you got some people like, oh, you can't be black. You gotta be mixed with white. You light skin, and look at your hair. Like what? Are you stupid? You know, it's funny. My daddy, I never knew he didn't finish school until I was like an adult. And I think I was doing some paperwork for him. And I was like, yeah, what's your highest level of education? And he told me primary school. And I'm like, what? I said, no, what's your highest level of education? Like, what school did you finish? And he said the school. So I know that school in Barbados. I said, so you didn't go to secondary? He said he went to secondary, but he didn't finish it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, my father grew up in that town. He just school wasn't that important. He stayed and he worked the ocean. And my grandfather used to do the same thing. And my and his father used to travel to America to work. This shit is in my blood, bro. They come to America a few months out of the year and go back to Barbados to work. I mean, they come to the states to work and go back home to Barbados. My great grandfather and grandfather was doing that. My father was doing that too. That's how he ended up in the country. One time he said he just wanted to stay. Yep. And I found all their records. And when they used to come into America to work, I found all the ships they came on, their little passport entry logs. And it's funny because their nationality was considered British at the time. And I was like, even my great grandparents who came from St. Kitts, their nationality was considered British. And that's because at the time, England still owned those countries. So their nationality was considered British. Ooga booga jokes about Africa. Listen, first of all, I remember he said something stupid about language, saying that I think he said um I don't know, he said something stupid. And as a person who studied linguistics and history and migration paths and all that stuff, that's my thing. I said this fool don't know what the fuck he talking about. He said something about some language in Africa. Wait, what did he say? Did he say that's the first language or that's a real language? I don't know. He said something stupid and I was just like, oh boy, poor baby, poor Ting Ting don't know what the fuck he talking about. And just like you try to say something, you talking about, oh, you come from a third world country. I come from a third world country? Me? You mean the country I like over America? That third world country? Okay. I don't know what makes us third world, but okay. Yeah, I agree, Golden. Your dad's passport originate. Oh, oh, because he was born in Nigeria before the independence, right? Well, he had that passport before the independence. That's what I said. I said a lot of people don't understand. I don't think a lot of people understand what third world mean because I just had to argue with my husband too because I don't think he understood what third world country meant either. And I'm like, what? What country you know is so third world? Like, I don't understand that. And he started talking about the currency, the value of the dollar. I'm like, that's not what makes a country first or third world, first of all. So you know what you're talking about. Then he tried to tell me, oh, America got all this money. I said, America don't have money. America has a big loan and credit system that is on. That's what it has. So it ain't about money either. Yeah, that's what I said because that's what I've been telling people. I feel like New York City is literally a third world country now. And the crazy part is, even when I grew up in New York City back in the days when it was burned down, when crack was everywhere, when the Jews done burned down almost everywhere, we had a abandoned build. Like when I walk through certain places, still to this day, I can remember when none of these buildings existed. It was all flat land. We built it back up just to become what it is again 20, 30 years later. This shit feel like a third world country to me. Yeah, last the debt is 37 trillion, I think. They just talked about release the debt when they had the government shutdown when it opened back up. I think it was at 37 trillion or 37 billion. What am I? Which one is it? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was trillion. Anyway, billion, trillion, same. That's a lot of zeros. That's a lot of zeros. And because, right, the prime minister of Barbados, is a woman, and they consider her one of the greatest leaders of the region for a long time. And she's the first prime minister of the country now that we're an independent country, right? We are our own republic, and so she's been working with countries like she opened the island up to Africans to come move there. But it's been hard for Nigerians to come there only because Nigerians, like, there's no straight flights from Nigeria to the Caribbean. They got to come through either the UK or America. So they need something called a transit visa. So if the Nigerians don't get approved through UK or America for that transit visa, they can't get to Barbados. So that's been an issue, even though she opened up the doors for them to come. And she's been doing deals with Rwanda for a long time. Like, they deal with the pharmacy industry and some in computer science, some computer stuff, technology stuff. So she's been doing deals with a lot of countries, and we got a good relationship with America. So she's been borrowing money from America, and now people want to talk so much ish about her because they're expanding the airport, they're expanding a lot of things in Barbados. But it's not only America who we get money from South America too, and some Arab countries. But just because now America is in the borrowing system, it's like people got a problem. Like, oh, me a borrowing. I said, but that's how you think America is built on debt too. All these big, you think these big countries is building on money that they pay somebody? No, they're in debt. These countries are in debt. They are credited. Niggas owe China money. Niggas owe Russia money. Niggas owe everybody money. But they funding wars and all that. At least we not in no war. We minding our business. We don't get into the wars. That's what we don't do. So that's why I'm like, I don't think people understand how running the country really is, and they think because he had borrowing from America, they feel like, oh, now we're gonna be indebted to America. Nigga, we been had that relationship with America. What are you talking about? But at the same time, all that money is not from America. It's also we also deal with China, but that's gonna get cut off soon. A lot of people don't like dealing with the Chinese, and but we deal with some Arab countries and a few South American countries and African countries. So it is what it is. That's the politics. That's just how it is. And she been running the country all this time. So I think she know what she doing. You're not gonna agree with everything, but she's so many other countries in the Caribbean be like, oh, I wish we had Mia. Everybody call her Auntie Mia. Oh, I wish we had Auntie Mia as our prime minister. Everybody loved that lady. Well, yeah, I'm about to end this. It's 6 o'clock. Gotta go see my mom. She in the hospital. Get some sleep. I'm trying to force myself to go to sleep for a few hours. Oh, I don't know if y'all was into that Kanika Jenkins story, but child, that story popping back open. That Kanika Jenkins thing is so scary. And I know it's scary because at the same time, y'all see that dude I posted charges and I got him put away for 25 years? Dealing with him was, it wasn't to that level of Kanika Jenkins, but there was some higher people involved. And it was global. It was people that involved that was like they work with children, running youth programs, working in schools, working as lawyers, working professionals, and they was tied to France. It was tied to Trinidad. It was shot. It was a global ring. It was crazy. So I never really spoke about that publicly. And the same dude, when I exposed him, and he tried to run and hide to another part of the internet, I found him in the Kanika Jenkins group. I found him there. And I reached out to the people in Kanika Jenkins group, like, do not take this nigga in because he worked for some crazy people himself. I don't know exactly who, but I'm gonna figure them out. And I found a lot of them. And I know they was following me on Facebook. That's why I never been the type to reveal nothing personal online. I know people watch you online. I know when the FBI was watching me online years ago. So that's why you would never find none of my real information online. I'm not stupid. I'm 10 steps ahead of these social media things. Thank you. Yeah, my mom need to take care of herself and retire. She don't want to retire. But yeah, the mother took the money, the hush hush money. They also paid all the kids that was partying with her too, the hush hush. And the people that was helping her, because they already killed Zach TV. And now the boy who was directly working with Kanika Jenkins' mom, Teresa, that was blowing the case like they was right close to it. And then she told him to back off, Jedediah Brown. Yeah, he began death threats and intimidating calls lately. They called him while he was on live, and they hacked his email while he was on live. And he was saying, "How did you get my number? I just changed my number." Like it's crazy, y'all. It's just like, and they were saying, I heard that the person who owns Snapchat is related to the person who run the hotel, and they relate to some person who deal with bodies. It's just, I don't know. That stuff is dark for me, and I've been down there, so I be calling myself be trying to help people. When I get too nosy and I get digging, I learned my lesson from that. When they get too dark, and I know it's too dark, I am not sacrificing myself like that ever again. Cause I've been there. I've been there, and I had to disappear myself one time. I know how it is. Now it wasn't Kanika Jenkins level because her shit sound crazy, like crazy up there. But I've been there close to that. I've been there. And it's all because people want to do dirty things and keep their dirty secrets. And when you expose them, you can't expose them. And because when you expose these people too, it's a ring of them involved. So they gotta protect the ring. Because if one go down, then it's gonna probably be a domino effect. So they keep that circle strong. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. That it's just it's a real world out here. That's why I'm like, nigga, I done been through some shit. That's what I like being to my. That's another reason I like being to myself. It's like, listen, people be involved with shit. You don't know what's going on next to you sometimes. Next thing you know, people watching you because who you affiliate. Nah, no, thank you. I done been through that, bro. I didn't even think I was gonna live to see this age, to be honest. And I'm at this age. I just want to chill. I don't had a fun life. I don't had a good life. I don't had a rewarding life. I'm all right. I'm not digging for nothing. Now I can't help it if some truth fall into my lap and I gotta verify it and clarify it. Yes, but when it comes to shit like that, I am not digging in those type of things again myself. Like no, because your life changes. I'm telling you, your life changes from those type of things. Like even if you back out of it, you still never know. Cause look, this lady come back out talking again. You don't know what she's gonna reveal. You don't know how she's gonna compromise everybody else. Cause she already left everybody in the dark when she took the money. It was and it's like, and you're coming out open. Like you didn't even try to do it like underhanded. Like you ain't even try to come with a sneak attack. You just came online talking. Like talking what you're gonna do, being reckless. Like, do you got a death wish, or are you trying to get other people sacrificed? Like, what is going on here? This is too crazy. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Yeah, I think that they have that. You know, it's crazy in Barbados. They trying to do that now too, where they got this tap and phone thing legislation going on, and they trying to figure out how they're going to implement it, where it's ethical, but also not so. I guess how can you say it? They want it to be ethical, but also restricted to benefit law enforcement in their investigations. So yeah, that's going on in Barbados right now, girl. Yeah, I like I told you, I've been through those days where I've been I done found the PDFs and exposed them and helped take people down. And even with the Nature Boy thing, I didn't expect to be part of that, but it just happened naturally. But I ain't looking to dig. I ain't looking to dig in nothing. I'm telling you that now. I done been through something similar to that Kanika Jenkins thing, and it ain't it ain't worth it to me. I don't know these people. Now for my family, if I gotta die, I gotta die. But I'm not risking my life and my family over no strangers. I mean, it's right. It's a right thing to do, but like, nah, I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for nobody else's family if they're not putting themselves on the front. Yeah, I'm not doing it. So yeah, I'm watching it. I'm seeing how this play out because the lady just started talking, and these niggas is back calling people, threatening them, and trying to intimidate them to shut up, and telling them that they better not keep digging and all this other shit. Like it's just crazy, and I feel so bad because even when the dude Zach TV was on the case, he told himself he was pulling out. It was already too late. They don't found him and they put one in his head. So I guess he knew too much. But it seemed like a lot of Chicago know too much. But I guess because they ain't talking, they're not being intimidated. I don't know. I don't even want to think about it because that's a dark world. And that's what I be trying to tell my man. You lived a sheltered life. You haven't been exposed to much. Enjoy your life. But life is not all glitter in heaven. And we live amongst darkness. Like, we live on a ram that is both heaven and hell, cohabitating right next to each other. King could hit these nuts. That's what you could do. King, you could hit these nuts because I ain't worried about you. First of all, I did what I had to do already. And you're just a liar. All you do is come out here and lie. So, I don't, is that really else to say to King? Like, he's just a liar. He's a liar. That's it. You're a liar and a creep. You're a kidnapper and a PDF. That's it. That's all. And you keep lying. Did y'all hear he attempted to read a letter First of all, how you if you read a letter, how you skip the whole sentence and come back and say no, it said this? Shut the hell up. You know you ain't read no nobody write no damn letter talk about the sisters and the mother wrote a letter for him to speak about. Shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. They wrote you a letter to say on YouTube. You sound fucking stupid. A letter to Alex when they could talk to Alex themselves. I thought they was I thought they did all this not to her. So if they had something to say to her, they would write a letter to you about Alex to say on the. Shut the hell up. You sound fucking dumb. The nigga said I got a letter. Then he said, "Nah, that's too personal." Like he was reading a letter. That shit was too funny. I said, "Oh my god, this nigga imagination is so crazy. He's so sick that he really just has to conjure up anything. Like he has to conjure up anything, whether it don't make sense. And then when you call out shit don't make sense, he come up with more shit that don't make sense. He just has to try to make it make sense. He has to. He's not gonna stop. He's just gonna keep trying. He's gonna keep trying. It's about child support. It's not deflecting. Now you know this. So why you trying to go get a child support modification last week? You just went to court for that. Trying to get money. So why would she be mad out of money? She said she was paying the money. But she don't see her daughter. So why would she keep paying you? She don't know where her money going. So she wasn't mad about paying for a child, but now it's to the point like you're not giving her no access to the child. Why should she keep paying? And that's just if a father did that, that's the same way. Why is he gonna keep paying for a child that is being estranged from him? So, like, nigga, you sound stupid. So much. She just did he want us to believe that she still want him? Oh my god, these niggas are crazy. They would come out here and say anything. Yeah, he's losing it. Yeah, let's see them. Let's see the sisters that all of a sudden she have that you think that you so much closer to than her that going to go against her for you. And that's so weird. And it's weird because that's a common abusive, creepy man tactic where they think that they have somebody that's rebelling against them that was once their victim, or they can't shut them up anymore. They think they could use their own family against them. Well, this is why this person don't like you, and they gonna side with me, and they believe me. That's a typical tactic. You're a loser. I don't know either. I don't. The only thing I can think of is the acknowledgement of paternity accord. That's the only thing because when you acknowledge paternity, you are allowed to put your name on a birth certificate for free. Once the court establishes paternity, you can add your name to the birth certificate. That's why with my daughter, I have her original birth certificate. And because I always ask my baby father, he put himself on child support. I ain't really care. I never went after it. I never enforced none. I don't even know how much it is. But he thought he was trying to do his big one that didn't work. So the judge told him, like, because, after a certain amount of time, you got to pay to modify birth certificates. But since he got a court order, he's allowed to go down to the registrar and add his name to her birth certificate. And he had like a year from the date of that affidavit to do so. So now that I don't know if he did it or not for sure, I make sure I keep a copy of the birth certificate because when I need her passport or anything done, I don't want to have to reach out to him for anything. So I use that birth certificate. Good morning, Mimi. Yeah, I'm about to end this. Yeah, those fake letters is crazy. It's like, dude, stop. Like, why? You know why after all these years? Does it matter? It does matter, but you know why. It ain't like she just sat around. So you know what? Let me go see what's happening, nigga. You know that. You know that. That's why you went and filed that child support modification because you know she been up to something. That didn't just happen since she came online. That happened before we found her and she started telling her story where she did that with the child support. Because welfare works for CPS. They work with the. I know in most states, well, every state that I know of, and I know Florida is one of them. Welfare works with the child support department. They will even like yeah, because they if you apply and there's another parent a case for you, they will start the child support case for you. Yeah, they will open up the case for you. Me too, Mimi. It's a lot. I just yeah. He just needs to be dealt with. That little girl deserves an opportunity of a normal life because he ain't providing it at all. Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, I done made my calls. Canola made his calls. We just waiting on Alex now. That's it. We can't. It's but so much we could do. It's like we can't force it. She has to talk to these people. So I gotta hit up tomorrow to see what's the follow up with anything. If there's any updates. But yeah. So we can't do much because it doesn't directly involve us. But we laid the foundation. We called all the right people for her, and we got the ball rolling. Yeah. If you if you could prove it if you tell them to open the case or to acknowledge paternity. Because a lot of welfare officers got a child support unit in right in the same building. So even if it's an affidavit, that's still like an acknowledgement of paternity. Because you don't even have to get tested. You can say I'm this parent, but in that case, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know the system. That I haven't really been through none of that. But I've known people who've been in a shelter who've done those things. Like they went through because like even my daughter's father, like I said, he was a single father when I met him. But one of the mother of his son, she disappeared on him. She disappeared on him when that baby was 3 days old, fresh out the hospital. As soon as she came out the hospital, her first day home, she dropped the baby off and disappeared. Yeah, when you first open the case, the welfare opens the case for you. That's what I'm saying. So that don't mean you're going to automatically get anything when you first open it. They're going to go through a process. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like when because when I was saying, oh my baby father, his son, he had to do a whole bunch of because he didn't even know He just knew about Cookie. He he had to do about Cookie, and it wasn't even the fact of him getting benefits. He had to go through a whole lot of shit just to get, you know, just so he got paper on him to put him like in daycare and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You have to prove it's your child. That's the process you're gonna go through, whether it's with welfare or directly through the court. Welfare is still gonna send you with the court to prove the whatever. So if they have a child support unit in there, that's still part of the child support card. Yes, I know that goes there. I don't understand what you like. I'm not disagreeing with you. But you don't get benefits as soon as you walk in. There's a process. Because if you don't do those steps, you don't get no benefits. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't. I know. I've known people who could start the process without the proof, and that's what they call OCSE in New York. That's where they come. Wait, I think yeah, that's the child support part, right? I don't know the whole process because I didn't go through it, but I know that's the same thing. I don't know. I'm the only emergency benefits you get in New York is SNAP. That's the only thing you get. Yeah, we don't. I don't. I never heard of emergency. The only emergency benefit they give you here, like within a few days, is food stamps. No, they don't have that in New York. I never heard of that. They don't have that in New York because if you homeless, even if you homeless, when you going, because if you go into the shelter system here too, you automatically have to go on welfare. Emergency tape? No, you gotta go through a process. The only thing they will give you is food stamps. If you need other grants, you got like if you got rental arrears or like air conditioner, but everything is a process. Yeah, ain't no emergency team. That's crazy. I never heard that all my life. Only thing you get emergency hit is food stamps. Cause even if you file the food stamp case, the welfare case, the only thing you're gonna get is the food stamps, whether you file for food stamps or welfare. The most they would give you up front is what they call car fare money to get to your appointments. They would add that cash to get to your appointments within the meantime. Yeah, because even when you go in the shelter, they make you, right? Oh no, they don't do that here. Because even in the shelter here, even if you're working or not, you still gotta go through. You still gotta apply for welfare, and if you don't get approved for the welfare, like the first time, like if your case doesn't get approved, how they call it? Like if you don't get approved within within that first, I think they say 30 to 45 days. You gotta go back and start all over in the beginning of the shelter, back to phase one. But even if you're not homeless, yeah, you definitely, nah, they're not doing that emergency. Because they want you to say like if you owe back rent, right, and you go apply for what we call it, what is it called when you apply for rent? What is that called here? A one shot deal. Yeah, they don't give cash aid immediately in New York. That's what they don't do. You gotta get the only thing they do is food stamps. Yeah, I'm telling you, they do not do that in New York. You trust me, I know the system. I done did it. I done did it before. I done did the homeless part before. I done did all that before. They don't do that here. Shoot, I don't know. I'm thinking if they would do that. Shit, you know how busy the welfare offices would be? That's crazy. The most you're gonna get here is coffee and food stamps. And yeah, that's the only thing emergency here is the food stamps and coffee. Even if you get like for people that's moving and they need help paying like first one down payment or they need a furniture voucher, girl, you know that shit that long take just to help you with the deposit. So you better hope you have a landlord that's willing to work out for that money because guaranteed money. Because that's what we're doing my tenants too. Well, half of the tenants we got now, they all single men out the shelter. But I think only two of them is still on vouchers because a couple's got been there for years. Oh yeah, we don't. I don't. Yeah, we don't get fingerprints in New York either for food stamps. Yeah, we ain't nobody giving no damn fingerprints for food stamps. I mean, for welfare. Oh yeah, you're not getting an ID voucher. New York City got what they call a it's a city ID. They give that out for free. Is it? I don't even know what it look like. I can't even tell you. I never had one. But that's they start doing that program. Ah, I don't. It wasn't that long ago. It's been less than 10 years. But yeah, they started giving out this New York City ID system thing uh, for people. That's it. And I think you have to go to the libraries. that have a large presence, but New York City and Galveston, I don't know. Child, I won't even able to tell you. Because when I think of the most popular areas, that's all I think about. New York City, Texas, and Cali. Because even well, I remember my baby father did the shelter system too. Child, I ain't, oh, because they got is only one welfare office in the city you gotta go to that only take the cases that's in the shelters. That's all the way in Queens, Long Island City, and they got certain offices for certain things. The, but I remember when I asked Vaughn to come up here, that's why I was going to give Vaughn. I was going to give Vaughn my NYCHA apartment because I could have transitioned his name on my lease, and then eventually put he would have been the primary. He could have took my name off. He got 2 bedroom here, right? And since he in NYCHA, he has access to all types of things. He would have got all the benefits he needed. He could have got a free trade. He could have definitely got some ACS daycare. He could have got everything. But there's people that actually leave other states and come straight to New York to go in the shelter system. And I be looking like, why do y'all do that? Really? Yeah, because that's what I really want to do for him. I'm like, listen, because I'm getting rid of this apartment. I ain't holding on to it no more. I ain't got no tenant here right now. And this, I told myself this is my last year back and forth. I would have gave it to him. And from here, he could have, if he wanted to move, he could have moved to another. He could have put his name on the waiting list to move another night anywhere in the city or upgrade or whatever. But I know this would have been a good stepping stone from homelessness. It is. Oh no. Oh no. Well, the offer's still on the table if he wants it. If he wants it. If he wants to try New York, yep, I got a 2 bedroom. I could give him. I mean, it ain't cold right now. I'm sure if he could withstand Ohio winters, he could withstand New York. You don't get as cold as like Ohio, Detroit, Chicago. Financially, if he don't have no income, honestly, anything. Because if he get on government assistance, what they're gonna do is they're gonna budget the rent at a what they call the what they call the HRA prorate, which is what welfare would pay every month, since he has no income, and welfare would pay that every month. And I think it's like $300 a month. Wait, what's one? I think they send out 2 checks a month. Last time I knew it was two checks a month of 141.50. So that equals that's a month for rent. 141.50 plus 141.50 is 243. Wait, 283. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how they use the SSI thing, but it still would be. Yeah, it's not gonna. Only thing they're gonna give them a HRA prorated rent. That's how they word it, I think. So if he apply for the benefits, they're gonna pay the rent. And honestly, that would be good for me because I got a brand new bunk bed in here. Because I thought my friend from Chicago was coming to take the apartment. He never came. So I put a brand new bunk bed in there. They full is a full on top of a full because he got two boys, and the other bedroom could be his if he still want the bunk beds. If not, whatever. Shit, if he could start putting stuff in his name for now, like any little thing, and send it to my address as mail, that would be even better. So that whenever he decides to come, if he decides to come, they won't give him like no issue of like, even though he can prove that he's been moving around, but it would be easier to say he's been staying here. Yeah, we could do that because that's what I was doing for my friend in Chicago. I had him sending stuff here, and then but he ain't never come. So I don't know. And I told myself, I said, you know what? I was trying to hold up. I use it as my little safe haven, but I don't really need it. Jeremiah. Who's Jeremiah? He got another child with him? Oh, okay. He on daddy duty for real. I hear you. I see you, Warren. But yeah, the offer's still on the table. If that's what you really want to do, instead of going in the shelter. Okay. Yeah, because even like if he don't want to stay in this neighborhood, he could easily put in the transfer. Because that's what I was going to do too. I only took the spot because they gave it to me. It was available. It was during the pandemic. They gave it to me. So I just snatched it up. And I like the view because I could view the whole city. I could see Manhattan. I could see Queens. I got a nice view. Neighborhood. I don't know anybody. Cause I ain't from the projects. Nobody don't know me over here. So it was my little hideout spot when I left Florida. I left Florida to come to New York, and the next thing you know, the world is shut down. So yeah, I used the system to get a spot, get this spot. I was subleasing it. I was staying here, and I said, my daughter went to go live with her daddy. I said, yeah, I stay here. Ain't nothing over here for me. The fuck? And I was gonna keep it for my brother, but it looked like he gotta do some time. So I don't know. Yeah, I know. I could understand. That's why I'm like, damn. That means they gotta leave you, girl. But yeah, if it helps, it helps. If you're struggling, I don't know. Ain't nobody like struggling. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to talk behind the scenes. Most definitely, cause yeah. hmm And the reason I hold on to it too, cause what they doing in New York City, a lot of private like investors, they are investing in a lot of different projects, and they rebuilding them, like renovating them, modernizing them. So I was like, oh, my so my sister works for NYCHA. She works like right under the mayor for the NYCHA for the city. So when I told her about it, she said, "Oh yeah, yours is on the list." And since I've been moving here, I mean, since I've been coming here, within the last 2 years, I've been seeing them talk about updating it. They already started. They've been starting to do simple updates already. So I know the apartments will look much nicer in the next few years. Because a lot of when you come to New York City, there's a lot of apartments you would not think you in nature, you in the projects, because they fixed them up so nice. Yep. There must be some people that fell asleep on this live because it's been like 4 or 5 for the longest. 4 or 5 people. Yeah, but yeah. So FGO, when you get a chance, you could talk to Vaughn, see what he want to do, or if you want to reach out to me, let me know. That's no problem. But I'm about to log off. The sun is coming up here, and I'm mad because I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to close my eyes now. But I'm gonna try to get me some rest. I want to go see my mama. So I will talk to y'all later. I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all for keeping me company. I appreciate you, Golden, MGO, Mimi, VQ, Plat. Who else was in here? Can't remember. That's all I can remember for now. But y'all have a good night, good day. Take care.